Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome back. Hoops and Brews. My man Sugar Namas is here.
Yes.
That was a very fun episode last time that she was on, bro.
Yeah, it was great vibes, good energy, you know. It was a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. You guys got to check it out.
Jason Tatum, yep. Joel is here. I'm here. You guys. But yeah, the episode that they are referring to is Jason Tatum is Tevin Campbell. A couple weeks ago,
Hilarious
the last
episode, by the way.
in person, yes, it is hilarious. The comments are hilarious too. They was coming at me.
Who phone was that? Somebody's phone rang.
That was Joe's.
That was me. But yeah, we are going by original HNB rules today. I'll take a shot. I'm not tripping.
Go get yours.
Anybody phone go off, I mean shot. So I'm gonna take mine in the shot. I go get it right now.
Yeah, you can go get it.
All right, for sure. But
First of all, we have to explain why this man Joe pulled up with a bottle of Crown Royal.
because
I haven't seen anybody pull up with a bottle of Crown Royal in decades, honestly. Like come to a spot with a bottle of, the bottle of Crown Royal has been a minute.
I don't usually drink dark liquor, so I don't know what's hip with dark liquor. Like I know what to go to with tequila, but dark liquor, I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna hold you.
Crown Royal though.
I
My
don't
man's
know what's
excuse
going on.
was that he was off tequila last night, so he said,
Let me get the Crown
The
Royal.
tequila
get
gave me
some- let me get
superpowers
some
last
dark.
night, G. But I didn't want to go back to that same route again. Tequila gave me superpowers.
Tequila gave you superpowers.
Tequila gave me superpowers.
So you was like, let me get the Crown Royal because the tequila gave me superpowers.
I don't know.
Get the Crown Royal.
I once heard that like if you get drunk, lit up some one day, you don't want to.
it could have been far worse. He could have came in here with E&J.
He could have came here with E&J, but then I would have sent them away.
Bro, I'm not, bro. E&J is crazy.
He could have came here with
They don't
E&J.
even, you think they
E&J,
selling
bro.
E&J in this area? They not selling E&J at no grocery store. No,
definitely sell
in this
E&J
area. Not at the
in this
grocery
area.
store. Not at no Jilson's.
You could probably get some.
At Jilson's, I promise you, you're not gonna find E&J at Jilson's.
Oh.
Yeah, you know we didn't see that damn E&J. That's out of $12 bottles. Like you're not catching that.
But we are currently watching Game 5, WNBA finals, going back and forth between that and football. Do y'all watch that much football?
Yes,
I definitely watch football.
All right, so give me. I mean, this is the most cliche question of all time, but give me your Super Bowl picks
Without being biased,
and saying the Rams, because
nah, I definitely don't think the Rams is going back. I think it's gonna be the Bucks, the Buccaneers,
Ugh.
the Buccaneers, or possibly the Vikings. The Vikings could be in there. The Vikings could definitely be in there. I'm out of the AFC. It could be the chart. It could be any one of those AFC West teams. I know everybody is thinking AFC West, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, Broncos. I'm a Ravens fan. I'm gonna go with my Ravens. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but we the dark horse. I don't think we're gonna lose more than 4 games all year. Lamar Jackson needs to be paid. That man needs to be paid as soon as possible.
Y'all not paying him. It's not
Blank
happening.
check as soon as possible. And if we get Lamar paid, I know he's going for MVP
Y'all not
this
paying
year.
him. Y'all front office
are you
stubborn.
comfortable with Lamar's ability to actually throw the football though?
I definitely am comfortable with Lamar's ability to throw the football. I feel like the more skeptical belief that people have on his arm is because his reads, the way he makes his reads. But I honestly think it goes down to the offensive coordinator, Greg Roman. Some of the routes that he put out there on the field make it very challenging. Now, although last year we weren't able to, because for example, last year we played the Dolphins, and they came out there with a cover 0 man blitz. For those who don't know, no safety help over the top. You should not be able to lose a game when someone comes out there and runs that same play as an NFL
Not
wide
in
receiver.
2022.
Right. It's bad. So I'm like, I mean, with this year, the weapons that they added Bateman, they added Demarcus Robinson from the Chiefs. Who knows? Ravens could be something. I feel like we're not gonna lose more than 4 games, regardless. We're gonna be regular season monsters. We might get the top seed in the AFC, but playoffs matter. Unfortunately, Lamar Jackson's held to a higher standard than other quarterbacks that are amongst his class, so he needs to win all the games and win a Super Bowl ring like Patrick Mahomes to be considered an elite quarterback.
You just named 3 73 overall wide receivers. That's not gonna help you.
Rashad Bateman, Mark Andrews, James
when you do
Prochet.
Dolphins, when you got the personnel the Dolphins got, you could do that. You can run a cover zero. When you got Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, and Javon Holland over top.
Oh, y'all really watch football. Y'all over here naming safeties and shit. Okay.
Unfortunately, the reality is they drafted a quarterback named Tua Tagovailoa, and there's a thing in the
breakout
NFL.
Season on the way for Tua.
There's an thing in the NFL, unlike in basketball, where they can pay you and make you stay. He will be franchise tagged 3 times before he even considers going to Miami.
That's disrespectful to Lamar to give him a franchise. You can't give him a contract. You can give him a franchise tag.
I said cut him a blank check. NFL owner is real stingy. It's not a player-friendly league.
Y'all front office is very stubborn. So Deshaun Watson can get 230 M's guaranteed, but Lamar can't get this contract, and he can't even play the first 9 games. Y'all front office better recognize it real quick, or it's gonna get nasty.
I agree. Steve better cut him a blank check.
Better get ready for that Tyler Huntley. Oh, you better get your Tyler Huntley jersey on deck.
Tyler Huntley. He's good though, so I mean I'm not really too worried about it. We'll still be a good team.
You definitely worried. You're not gonna be able to sleep for a week once Lamar leaves. You're not gonna be able to sleep for a week once Lamar gone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Lamar Jackson leave the Ravens. It's gonna be a sad day. But I'm still a Ravens fan. You know, I'm looking forward to Week 1. Play against the Jets. Joe Flacco making his return back to play against his team. You know,
the revenge.
No, not no revenge. We got love for Joe. The
revenge.
I want Joe to prosper over there. He the best quarterback in New York, in the state of New York. You know, better than Zach, Danny, and all the rest of them. You know, I want him to prosper, win like 7 games.
You're not better than Zach.
Just don't beat us. Just don't beat us. You know. But I mean, yeah, I would say.
Did you actually get your Super Bowl prediction? You said, "Yo, you gotta take like 16 shots." By the way,
you gotta take like 100 million shots. You gotta take like 3 shots, bro.
You gotta take like 100 million shots.
But yeah, I'm gonna take one. I say Vikings.
Vikings for the Super Bowl.
Vikings
for the Super Bowl. Vikings. I've never heard nobody say that. But okay, continue.
The Vikings, they added Zadarius Smith. He flaked on the Ravens. They added him. They still got Danielle Hunter. They still got Harrison Smith. They added a young, very stellar, hopefully stellar, right? They drafted him high in the first round. Corner to pair with Patrick Peterson and Harrison Smith in that secondary.
Patrick Peterson with the Vikings now?
Patrick Peterson with the Vikings.
Shit.
Most important thing the Vikings is that new offensive coordinator.
They got a great running back. He needs to stay healthy. He
don't really need to. Madison can come in and do what he do.
Yeah, but he needs to stay healthy. He's an impact player on the team.
He don't really need to.
Kirk Cousins, although people do think he is very mid, he does have a nice arm.
He NFC Derek Carr.
He does have a nice arm.
He Derek Carr to NFC.
Justin Jefferson is undeniably the best receiver in the NFL.
Stop.
Undeniably.
Best
receiver in the NFL. Undeniably.
Stop.
Shout out Cooper Kupp, but Justin Jefferson does things
in the NFL.
In the NFL.
Stop.
The way he runs his routes.
Over Devontae Adams.
If Justin Jefferson had Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback, it would be danger to the NFL. I'm thinking maybe 2K receiving. Nah, not 2K.
2K receiving yard, bro.
I
didn't hit the you got dope button for you like 8 times.
Like 1,600.
We 8 minutes in.
Cooper Kupp is a workhorse. Cooper Kupp is very talented. I say he top 3, top 5. Cooper Kupp. He's amongst that tier. It's him, Devontae Adams, and Justin Jefferson. Everybody else is in line.
Tyreek?
No. He's in line. He's way down.
The whole defense got to shift their whole game plan if he on the schedule for next week.
Tyreek Hill can run 9s.
The defense got to change the whole game plan.
Tyreek Hill can run 9s. Big deal. Okay, that's one aspect of his game. The way that Cooper Kupp and the way that Devontae Adams and the way that Justin Jefferson actually play football, those dudes will be able to play until they're about 34 years old. I'm talking.
That's not relevant to who's better right now.
I'm talking about Terrell Owens type impact. Tyreek Hill has an athletic gift that allows him to be a very impactful player overall, the entire spectrum of the game, because he's one of the best players in the game with the ball in his hands. If you get him in kick return, you get him as a return man, you get him a ball in the open pitch, you put him in the backfield as wildcat. Yes, he can create.
The ball don't have to be in his hand.
But as
they still gonna respect him
as a true wideout.
Oh my goodness, great leg.
Oh my God, they didn't call no foul. They holding the wheel. They holding that whistle right now. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely a call.
But clearly, y'all super watch football.
Yeah.
I'm not. I will be watching more football this year because I'll be helping the homie Scott cover certain games. So I know I'm going to Lambeau Field.
That's fire.
Watch the Bears, man. Y'all watching the Bears?
Yes. Yes. That's not. Yes.
They cooked him.
Oh man, y'all watching the Bears,
yes,
bro.
Yes.
Soldier Field, man. Oh my God.
Yes.
I don't think the Bears getting 4 games, man. But it's not 8.
You said 4?
My homie thinks they're gonna win 7.
Who said they gonna win 7?
My homie thinks they're gonna win 7. 7 games.
Is your homie from Chicago, huh?
Yeah.
Ain't no way. Hey, ain't no way. Hey, look. Pavy's homie. Scott, we need to have a conversation. There is absolutely no way y'all win 7 games. No way.
I'm gonna literally cut this clip out.
There's absolutely no way. 7 games, the Lions gonna be better than y'all.
Oh my God, Lions!
I love that Lions offense. I like the Lions offense.
The Lions are gonna win 8 games this year.
Wow,
8 games.
When's the last time that happened? Probably like 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was like 20.
I like what they're doing on offense. I like their offense.
That's when they had got cheated by the Cowboys, I think.
Okay. But speaking of Chicago teams, I know today we're still in the middle of doing our season breakdowns. Well, not season breakdowns, but more so division previews. We're still in the middle of that. Speaking of Chicago teams, so we want to talk about, if I'm not mistaken, today we said the Central Division.
Yes.
Central Division today. I know there was obviously a big trade that we'll get to later on. But speaking of Chicago teams, Chicago Bulls. Last year they had a resurgent season. They were even, I think if I'm not mistaken, tops at the East. At one point, there was a 2-week DeMar DeRozan MVP campaign. I was never on the campaign.
I remember that.
I was never on the campaign.
I definitely was.
I was not on the campaign. I was not there with y'all. But there was a 2-week DeMar DeRozan campaign. Kind of fell off at the end. Zach had knee issues. Zach also got COVID in the playoffs. Lonzo got hurt. They had some injuries down the stretch. What do we think about the Chicago Bulls this year? I know Lonzo still has some injury questions. They didn't really do too much to the roster. They added, if I'm not mistaken, Andre Drummond, but they didn't add too much to the roster. What do we think about the Chicago Bulls?
I didn't even know they had Drummond.
They picked up Jay Drummond. He had beats on 2K.
That's a good backup.
He go crazy on 2K.
Give him 12 minutes because I don't think he needs to be playing as much as
only 12.
No, I don't.
That's
Nikola
it?
Vucevic definitely needs to be on the floor.
Nikola Vucevic.
My thing about the Bulls, man. Honestly, they draft good, man. They draft great. They draft great. I didn't expect Patrick.
Do they
Williams
really draft that great?
Yes, they do. To fit them, to mold with
not
that
a
team.
single. Only one of their starters is what they got from the draft.
Kobe White is solid.
They got one. Kobe White is what the hell?
They consistently
Kobe White is mid-range.
They consistently drafted good.
They consistently draft.
One of their starters is only one of their starters that they drafted. Who else do they have on their team? I like Ayo Donsamanu. How you pronounce it?
He's pretty great.
He's solid. But like, who else do they really? I know y'all gonna have to prove this whole draft stuff to me. Like, I'm not really
solid.
No, bro. No.
Off the bench, he's
offensive. I mean, I hope you can find what was. Where was he picked at?
Who, Kobe White?
I hope so.
Like the 8th pick in the draft.
You don't have to be a top 10 pick to be a starter or a all-star.
They got a couple.
As long as you're being impactful to the team, it's valuable in that organization. You got to remember they're coming off. Prior to them having Kobe White, they were coming off Derrick Rose. They were coming off Jimmy Butler. They were coming off Joakim Noah. They were coming off Eastern Conference Finals
all those great players to get Kobe White down bad.
They have been in a situation that the Knicks was. Prior to when Derrick Rose left,
it wasn't that damn bad.
You wild.
You're right. Not that bad. Yeah, not that bad. Because Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butler still had them in the second round. But yeah, they lost a lot of great elite players. Unfortunately, due to injury or them leaving and venturing off. Tom Thibodeau left. It's a new makeup. I like the team. I like it. It's just last year they went 0-16, I think, versus like the top four in the East, which I think was the Sixers, Celtics.
They also picked up Dragic too.
It was the Sixers, Celtics, Bucks that they went 0-16 versus.
Any team that was good, they lost.
And the Heat, they lost.
Any team that was good, they lost.
They lost to those 4 teams. And I mean, can they make the playoffs? Yes. Do they? I mean, they just paid Zach LaVine. That's great. Lonzo Ball needs to get healthy fast. They need Lonzo Ball back. They need his playmaking. They need his playmaking. DeMar DeRozan was playing absolutely stellar last year. I think
you believe he can repeat that this year, though?
Absolutely not. What's his age now?
Absolutely
not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. It's crazy.
Absolutely not. How old is he? 30, 31?
Like 33. Nah, he
33?
Probably 32, 33.
32?
I mean, he got drafted
He
in
only getting
2010.
better. He getting better at this point.
I mean, he got drafted in 2020.
better?
He's not getting better.
He's getting better?
I think his understanding for the game is on a whole nother level than it was.
DeMar DeRozan is the same DeMar DeRozan from 2018. Okay, he's just getting. I mean, he never developed that 3-point shot. He's a killer mid-range shooter.
Contested game,
amazing 3-point shooter. I mean, amazing mid-range shooter, amazing finisher at the rim, great attacker. Zach LaVine, yeah, you got that money now, bro. I'm expecting you to step up. I need an All-NBA second team appearance from you, Zach. I need you to get over there.
Why can't it happen?
It's not happening.
Why can't he be the best shooting guard in the NBA?
That's exactly why I've been saying.
What you mean? Why?
I don't think it's that much difference between him and Devin Booker.
Why can't he be the best shooting guard in the NBA?
Because his other guys is better.
Who?
James Harden,
Devin
Booker,
James Harden's
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell was not better
Bradley
than Zach
Beal.
Donovan Mitchell was not better than
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal is not better than Zach LaVine either.
Bradley Beal definitely. You ever seen?
I'll give you Jaylen Brown and I'll give you Devin Booker
Brown
by default.
For sure.
Them the only two I'll just give.
Bradley Beal gave us 34 a game for a whole entire season. I don't think
and they lost mad games.
Bradley Beal has,
and he shot 42% while doing it, and they lost mad games.
And they still made the playoffs that year.
And actually,
they still made the playoffs.
And actually,
their roster was trash. And they went through hell with COVID.
They were whoa. Actually, Russell Westbrook was the best player on that team that year.
No, he was not.
When he averaged a triple double.
Better than Bradley Beal.
I disagree.
What the fuck do you mean? His best season? Hold on, wait. We can't act like we get a little bit off subject right now, but we can't act like Russell Westbrook has not been a part of players having their best seasons.
Definitely, Paul
George. It was
a
fucking reason as to why Bradley Beal was averaging 30, because you have Russell Westbrook going out there. It wasn't 34. I think it was like 31.
It was not 30.
It was 34.
34 is insane.
It was 31.3.
Yeah.
34 is 31.3. But to each his own. Let's get back on track with the Bulls. Definitely, I think that Drummond signing is amazing. So their bench is going to consist of.
The bench is going to consist of Gordon, Dragic, Ayo, Caruso probably end up starting now because Lonzo isn't back yet. Drummond, Derrick Jones Jr.
That's a solid team.
Derrick Jones Jr.
That's a solid AC.
Green.
I think they could sneak the AC. They could definitely sneak the AC. It's the top. The East is very top heavy.
Crazy.
The East is very top heavy. I'm not so big on the Brooklyn Nets. But it is Kevin Durant, and it is a Ben Simmons that's going to play basketball. I can't take them out the top 6. But I do think that they will be, whoever they face, they will compete against them. Last year, they were embarrassed by all the top teams. As Pavi stated, they lost a game to every team. They didn't win not one game to any of the top teams in the East. And I don't think they want to come out and do that again. As far as DeMar DeRozan, I should expect him to average anywhere between 21 to anywhere from 18 to 22 points per game. But I expect Zach LaVine to be above 26 plus point game scorer. I expect him to take that leap. You got your guaranteed money. You got your check.
Hopefully you're healthy now.
You need to ball out, bro. You need to ball out. You have to want to. The city of Chicago is so massive. It's such a basketball town. You're amongst history as a shooting guard. You're playing a position for only one of the greatest players ever.
He trash on defense.
The defense,
small.
Defense, man, I'm not worried about that. Donovan Mitchell was small. You just said Donovan Mitchell was better than him, which I disagree.
Donovan Mitchell was better. I saw Donovan Mitchell average 50 points per game in the playoff series.
In the bubble.
You saw T.J. Warren turn into Jesus too. But
T.J. Warren is a bucket.
But for me, when I think about the Bulls, I think that for as resurgent of a season, I just said many times, bro. I saw the chicks back in the stands. I hadn't seen that many women posting pictures at Bulls games.
Was rocking.
Yeah, I ain't seen that many. I'm talking about, and I went to about 3 Bulls games when I was back. I haven't seen that kind of energy in the building for a Chicago basketball team since the D Rose years. Since the early D Rose years at that, not even literally the early D Rose years. For me, I just think that they didn't really address any of their real issues this offseason. Now, I think that they could be waiting down the line Jokic just re-signed, so you can't get him. Maybe they're waiting down the line for some free agents to pop up, but I would have liked to see them even jump into Rudy Gobert sweepstakes. I thought it would have been something good for them to jump into just because of the fact that...
With Vooch?
No, get Vooch out of here.
Oh, you want him
just
gone.
because of the fact, like when I look at them defensively, I guess like the pick and roll. I remember a game when they played the Spurs. Jakob Poeltl and DeJounte Murray literally ran pick and roll for an entire quarter and scored every single play. And they have no rim protection.
But they were short last year. They had Thad Young, right?
They were still short this year.
They were short. Pat Williams, Thad Young.
Still, but like they're
and
still.
And then they had Vooch, and we know Vooch don't move like
exactly, and they're still short this year for the most part. Now, granted, you did bring in Andre Drummond. I do like that move, but I don't think Drummond is a defender. I think Drummond is a really good rebounder. I think he sets good screens.
He clocks the lane. He fills the lane.
He fills the lane. But I don't think they add the main thing that I think that they needed to address was rim protection, and I don't think that they added that. I think a lot of what the Bulls depends on Patrick Williams. Patrick Williams got hurt last year. Early on, I think he dislocated his wrist.
He needs to take a leap.
Yeah, what does he come out and look like this year? Can he be a guy who can give you
15
and give you
15, 5 and 3 or
15, 5 and 3, but even more than that, can he be a guy who you look at him like, yo, he could be second team all defense one day? Can he come out and do those types of things?
Great.
Zach, I think Zach is going to give you what Zach is going to give you, which is I expect 27 points.
Exactly.
50% shooting from the field.
High 30s,
40%,
high 30s, low 40.
40% shooting from three, give you about 88% from the three-point line. Obviously, I think defensively he needs to get smarter. I don't think that will happen at this point.
Nah, yeah.
But he needs to get at least just have.
I'm sure he can develop the mechanics to
at least be some type of positive defensively. If you
do we know who's on their staff as far as like assistant or head coach?
Head coach is Billy Donovan.
Yeah,
who the assistants are, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe they find some type of key in on some type of personnel as far as like maybe they get somebody on their staff or something that can help them defensively key in. I don't think Billy Donovan's a good defensive coach.
Fair. As far as Lonzo goes, I mean this.
He just has to get on the floor.
Lonzo has to get on the floor. I mean, obviously he's developed into arguably that they're outside of Zach. He is their best 3-point shooter.
Yeah, he's knocked down.
He at this point is basically what he is. Caruso obviously had a great season, but I mean DeMar, like I said, I don't expect DeMar to replicate what he did, and he shouldn't have to.
No.
Like you gave Zach LaVine that money. Zach LaVine should be when you walk into
the keys.
Zach LaVine should have the keys. I felt at times last year, DeMar kind of stepped into that role that we thought Zach would be in. And he looked like he had the keys, maybe out of experience or whatever. But he looked like he had the keys. But I just think that when I look at the other teams and what they did and how they got better, and I look at you got Gordon Dragic, but Dragic is 35, 36 years old. You picked up Andre Drummond, but then you look at the moves that everybody else made, and I just think that you're kind of like an afterthought now.
They should have traded for Royce O'Neal. Well, did he sign free agency with the Nets?
He signed. They traded for him.
Oh, they traded for him. Yeah, they kind of went for him. Or it's not the end of the season, right?
But also, I don't think there were any real outside of maybe going to get Rudy Gobert, which I had said like, yo, you put together a package of like Vucevic, Kobe White. If you want Patrick Williams, fine, and go get Rudy Gobert. Because I just thought that
he would have helped them a whole lot.
Backline defense, like it would have.
He would have.
If you get Rudy and you got Caruso out there, you got some shit.
You got Lonzo,
and you got Lonzo. If he's on the court, you got some shit out there.
Yeah, they would have had some defense.
So I just don't think that the Bulls addressed their real issues, and I think that for as resurgent of a season as they had last year, they got the city back excited. I just think that that's a team that's gonna probably most likely take a step back this year when I look at what the rest of the East did this offseason compared to what the Bulls did this offseason.
Do you have them making the playoffs?
I think they'll probably be a 7-8 seed.
They'll fight for the play-in.
Yeah. Unless somebody takes some steps that I didn't foresee them taking, like I said, Patrick Williams takes some type of step.
Could possibly take a step.
By the way, this is actually insane. Connecticut is now actually leading in this game now.
Oh my God!
But yeah, if like Ayo takes a step, I don't know. Hey, Kobe can throw his name. It's like sixth man of the year type thing. Give guys take a step, but I don't foresee that happening, and I think they're probably more so of a afterthought now in the East. Joe, what's your opinion on the
Bulls? Hear me now, hear me good. The Bulls are going to have a drastic drop off next season. I think from all the teams that were good last year, they will not prosper this year. At the one, They got Mr. Alfonso, like LeVar Ball said, got changed his name to Alfonso because the last 2 years he's been damaged goods. Lonzo Ball has been building a habit of letting fan bases down. He let the Los Angeles fan base down tremendously. He let the Lakers down tremendously. He came out there, gave us 9 points, 8 rebounds, and like 8 assists on like on terrible shooting splits of like 35% from the field, like 26% from three, and like 60% from the free throw line. Played like an average of 40 games per year. Every time he did get something going, he'd end up on the IR report again. He's kind of doing the same thing with Chicago, letting that fan base down. If that team wants to be good, they're going to have to rely on that guy because he's probably he's a top 3 most impactful player on that team. And if he's not there, which I don't expect him to be there, he's not even going to be there for training camp. That's already been announced. So it seems like with his career is just going in that direction, and there's no indications towards that changing. So without Alfonso Ball there as the one, they're really going to struggle without that.
Alfonso Ball is hilarious.
I got that. That's what LeVar called him on the Ball in the Family show. But yeah, without him there, Caruso can somewhat mimic, but that's not enough. If you're going to be out there in the backcourt with Zach LaVine, Mr. Grayson Allen was tearing Zach LaVine up in the first round of the playoffs last year. Grayson Allen had a couple of 27, 30-point games versus Zach LaVine.
To be fair. Wait. To be fair, Zach did get COVID, and also Zach did get a knee procedure. No. Zach was hurt the last 2 months of the season.
He didn't play like the last 3 weeks or something like
that. Grayson Allen was looking like
he came back
in the next series. And tell me, what did Grayson Allen do the next series versus Boston? He was a ghost for most of the games in the next series. I wonder why the series before that he had a
also
30-point game.
Giannis was literally running over people. Like, Giannis had them looking like children in that series.
Yeah, that's another problem with this team. They got Vusi Man out there at the 5. In this Eastern Conference, look at the bigs in the Eastern Conference.
They aren't top heavy.
Look, you got to play against Miami. They got Bam. Who you rolling out there to match up with Bam? Nikola Vucevic. You got to play Philadelphia. Who you rolling out there versus Joel Embiid?
Boost can bang with Bam, so don't mention Bam.
No, he cannot.
Won't mention
Bam.
You got
Embiid, Giannis, Evan
Bulls'
Mobley, Jared Allen.
Lack of wings.
All of these. There's one thing. All of the elite
and no rim protection.
All of the elite Eastern Conference teams have a big man that is going to give you problems.
The Bulls have too many guards.
If your only counter for that is Nikola Vucevic, you're in trouble.
They just had a Dragic, Ayo, Lonzo, LaVine.
One of Nikola Vucevic's main strengths is his ability to shoot the 3 ball.
They really just lost this game.
Nikola Vucevic shot 31% from 3 last year.
They really just lost this
game. You cannot be getting torched.
They were up 10. I think they were up 5 possessions.
They were like 5 possessions.
They were up 5 possessions with like
6 minutes left.
6 minutes left in the fourth, and they just blew it. Shout out Connecticut. I'm not going to fake it.
But yeah, you cannot be getting torched the way Vucevic would shoot. The way Vucevic is last season, like you said, Giannis run over everybody and then shoot 31% from the 3-point line. That's supposed to be one of your main traits. The reason why you're there. The reason why you make. I'm pretty sure $20 million a year. You can't.
Wait. I actually want to combat that because I feel like Vucevic was more of a post player in Orlando who could hit threes, but I feel like the way that the Bulls run their offense makes him stretch out and shoot more threes.
He pops.
He shot 40% from 3 the last year before with the Bulls. He shot 40% the year before with the Bulls. Yes, he did. It was 31 and it was like 38, and it was for the whole year. It was like.
But I don't think he took one as many threes. Also, I think
get your ass to the paint then.
Also, I think he was more in a rhythm because of the fact of like you didn't have DeMar there. Like DeMar there and takes up basically half of your shots.
He takes up a lot of mid-range.
Look, you got to be able to utilize what you got. Then, if you can't, that's what championship teams have. They have players who can adjust their roles. So
no one in here is calling them a championship.
I'm just saying,
we just want them to make it to the second round.
The talent is not that great, so. In order to do that stuff,
we just want them to make it to
have
the
players
second
who can sacrifice and can adjust to what everybody else is doing. If Vucevic can't do that and he can't defend, it's like, what's going on here? I project a drop off from DeMar DeRozan. Patrick Williams he's tall, he can hit a 3, but I don't. He's tall, he can hit a 3. But Patrick Williams has not really shown us much so far in this league. As for a lottery, he was a lottery pick, correct? Wasn't he a lottery pick?
Yeah, he was a lottery.
He hasn't really shown that much. I'm still not buying the whole Bulls draft flow thing. They drafted like 3 good players.
He was like 13th or something like that, though.
Okay, yeah, he played.
He's a solid starter. He could form into Miles Bridges
2022 Wesley Johnson. Stop. Miles Bridges.
He could form into a
Miles Bridges is 22 a game with like 8 rebounds. No, hell no. Miles Bridges, you know how good he was last season?
He could average 19.
In what world? In the G League?
And it's like his third year.
In the G League? Put him on the whatever, the Vipers or something? League. No, but this Bulls team is not looking too good for them, especially as long as their point guard continues the same strategy. And Vucevic is what he is. and they try to roll out there against these big Eastern Conference teams. Arguably the toughest Eastern Conference has ever been in the past, like at least the last, like not ever been, but in the last like 5. That's wrong line.
Since the 80s, it's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to say since the 80s, I guess, but that's kind of proving my point.
Definitely since the 80s.
As tough as it is, you can't roll out there with this roster and the holes that this roster has and expect to be one of those teams. So it's going to be a very long year for Chicago sports. You already talked about the Bears, Justin Fields, who you got there throwing to Darnell Mooney and whoever else they got out there.
It's been a tough year. It's going to be a tough year for them. The White Sox ain't looking too, it's bad.
If the Bulls, if the Bulls can get fans back in, if the Bulls can get fans back in the seats again, that'd be a great W for them. That's their ceiling. If you're a Bulls fan, you're happy you can still get the ladies back in the seats another year. You get that 6 seed, 7 seed. That's fire. But I don't know. I expect them to drop off drastically.
What's the over under? What do you guys got them? How many games you got them win? I say 44, 41, 42,
44.
Yeah, I'm around that range. 44 to 40.
44 for me. 44.
They be sub 500.
I'll go 40.
Nah, they shouldn't be sub 500. Sub 500 would be a disappointment.
You think
if they were 40 and 42? That's a disappointment. You can't pay Zach LaVine $200 million and lose more games than you win.
Right.
No.
Right.
No.
Right.
That Zach LaVine contract is nasty.
It's not nasty.
I'm not giving somebody that who can't even contain. You can't contain. If you can't contain Grayson Allen, you're not getting that money from me.
What?
Y'all gotta. There has to be more standards for these contracts.
Poverty franchise.
For these contracts, you guys, there has to be more standards thrown out there for these contracts.
That's what's gonna happen.
If you can do the bare minimum, when it matters most, if you're gonna get your ass fried up by Mr. Grayson Allen, who had multiple disappearances versus the Boston Celtics when they had real defensive wings in his face. No, that's
how many
not,
games you got them winning, Joe?
The Bulls?
Yeah,
I said 40, like 41, 42. Obviously, if they get more,
so we all around the same range. They can make the play in, and they could compete, but they won't beat that top 6. Feel bad for Candace.
I don't. They got cooked.
If you guys
up 5 possessions with like 6 minutes
If
left.
you guys don't know, we're watching the Connecticut versus Chicago WNBA Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, Game 5. The Connecticut Sky, right? No, Connecticut.
Chicago Sky, Connecticut
Storm.
Sun.
Connecticut Suns just advanced to the WNBA Finals to face against the Aces. Candace Parker was a member of the Chicago Sky. Shout out Candace Parker. She's an LA legend for the Sparks. Unfortunately, she just lost. I think for like the last 7 minutes they were down like on a 20-0 stretch. 20-0 run. The Connecticut.
It was nasty. They
went on. It was bad. Lost that game. It was bad. They were rallying and rolling.
But moving on to another team that will probably watch a lot on League Pass. I had a take about them doing the draft, the Detroit Pistons. This is the team that they drafted Cade Cunningham last year. He didn't win Rookie of the Year, but I think he did throw his name into that hat as the season went on. They drafted Jaden Ivey. They did pick up Kemba Walker. You still have Sadiq Bey, who had that random 50-point game against the Magic.
Pavy definitely had a take, y'all. I still remember this to this day.
They still have they picked up Nerlens Noel. They picked up Marvin Bagley at the end of the season. He actually got a chance to play, and when he played, he actually
will be nice, man.
Yeah, he actually got a chance to play, and when he played last year, he looked good. They picked up Kevin Knox with whatever that will do. So what do we think about what this Detroit Pistons team would do? And are you at least what do you expect from them this year? And if you don't expect much from them this year, how excited are you for their future, Joe? You go first.
The Pistons, I expect them. They're gonna be one of those AAU NBA teams that's gonna roll the ball out there every night.
I don't think they're gonna be an AAU team. They
are.
Yes, bro. With Cade Cunningham and what they and
Cade Cunningham is not AAU though.
He is AAU.
He's not AAU.
He is AAU.
He's probably top 35 player.
Probably top 35. Hell no, it's 35 players better than Cade Cunningham easily. I'm not gonna sit here and name 35 players, but I'm pretty sure 35 players better than him.
I think next season could be a top 35.
They're gonna be like the AAU, all AAU teams next year is gonna be Pistons, Rockets, Spurs, Charlotte Hornets. Who else?
Pacers.
The Pacers for sure.
Kings,
probably the Magic a little bit. The Kings or the Thunder for sure.
Magic.
These teams definitely Magic. And they're gonna be just a fun young team to watch. They're gonna very high score games where they play against when it's like a I say it's a Rockets Pistons matchup. The final score is going to be like 140 to 140. No defense play, a lot of high stats, and just a lot of AAU basketball. You watch an AAU basketball game, it's just a lot of scoring, very little defense, a lot of athletes, a lot of skill out there, a lot of skill being showcased, but the fundamentals kind of get thrown out of the water. People sliding their feet on defense, help side kind of gets thrown out. The basics of defense just aren't there. This team will get blown out by most of the time. Obviously, you never know what's going to happen. It's the NBA. I don't know. That's how I usually like to approach every game. You'll never know. They get matched up with the Bucks. More than likely, most of the time, I say they're probably going to lose by like 50 against the teams who do understand the principles of defense and still have offensive.
Von Miller just killed them.
I don't agree with any of this, but
I do. They are not there yet. Very talented Rockets. Obviously, Kate Cunningham. People have high expectations for Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey's probably be a lock for first or second team All Rookie without a doubt. I like to know. He said Noel. I like the Noel pickup. But this Pistons team is a part of all AAU NBA teams. There's about 6 of them this year.
I didn't know they got Kevin Knox.
It's gonna be Kevin Knox don't matter.
Hopefully Kevin Knox is able to rejuvenate his career, man.
A strong 6 points on 45% from the field next season. But yeah, Detroit is gonna be another one of those fun young teams that I'll turn on every once in a while. But I don't have such high expectations for them. They bring back Isaiah Stewart. Kind of like a rip-off Robert Williams down there in the paint. But Detroit, yeah, they're okay. Just another one of those fun young teams. Not too much to say. They're on a rebuilding process. They'll probably end up in the lottery once again. I give them about, they probably win about 34 games. At the most, 34. They probably end up winning about 28. That's it for the Pistons.
I actually think the Pistons will be a competitive basketball team next season.
Competitive is crazy.
Competitive
in that Eastern Conference.
Like competitive, but lose all their games, right?
No, I don't know. No. I actually think if all things go well, they can be like the 10th seed in the play-in. If all things go completely well, I think
not against that.
We gotta go well.
Listen. I think Cade Cunningham, if he comes in this season and he's like we said, a top 35 player, I think that means he averages something dope. Like. You're doing good though. Listen, I think that means he averages something like 26 and 6.
26 points.
No, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists.
Yeah, he said 26
and 6.
I do like Sadiq Bey.
I think that Jaden Ivey can be a guy when I look at when I look at everything that happened in the draft. I don't think he'll win Rookie of the Year. I think that I'll probably go to Pablo just because he'll get the reps. But I think Jaden Ivey can be second or third in voting. They picked up Marvin Bagley, who I think the Kings completely, for the most part, railroaded a lot of the time.
They destroyed his career. They tried to destroy him.
Yeah, like they completely railroaded him a lot of time because when I saw Marvin Bagley play, granted, he did get hurt sometimes, but when I'll take one. But when I saw Bagley on the court, I didn't see a guy who couldn't play basketball. And then when I saw him in Detroit when he came over, I didn't see him as a guy who couldn't play. Like he looked solid to me. They also picked up Kemba Walker. Now, granted, I don't think Kemba Walker is a Kemba Walker of old, but now you're in a situation you're not. Put over there. But now you're in a situation you're not back at home. There's not the pressure of hometown kid coming back to New York. You're in Detroit, and I don't want to say relative obscurity, but it's not like playing in literal New York. I also think that he can teach a young guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a good vet for Jaden Ivey. A great vet for Jaden Ivey.
Great vet for Jaden Ivey. They also still do have Killian Hayes. They also still do have Killian Hayes, who I don't think will ever be a star, but I think that he can. But I think that he can excel. I think that he can be at least. I think for them,
a reasonable 7th, 8th man rotation.
Yeah, maybe like 6-man type guy.
Maybe even a starter.
I don't know about starter because with the way that they have their rosters situated, I don't think that. But I think this team could be a team that can go out there and win 38 games. And then also you have Dwayne Casey. Dwayne Casey is not a bad coach. Dwayne Casey is a very solid coach. I think he knows how to inspire the guys. I mean, even if you look at his tenure with the Raptors,
yeah, he was an excellent coach.
He was a good coach. He only got fired.
Damn near should have been. If it wasn't
he won Coach of the Year when he got fired.
If it wasn't for the greatest player, one of the greatest players ever, they would have went to a couple finals.
Yes, facts. He won Coach of the Year and then got fired. So it's not like this guy just can't coach. Again, I think that this team can actually be. I think that this team can actually be a solid basketball team.
10th seed.
10th seed.
9th or 10th.
9th
for sure. 10th.
9th or 10th. I think that if all things go well, they can be a 9th or 10th seed. I mean, even a guy like Isaiah Stewart. I like Isaiah Stewart.
I actually do like
they,
his motor.
They could be the best AAU team in the league.
I like his motor.
They're not going to be a AAU team.
They could be the best AAU team in the league. Isaiah Stewart
They're not going to
had
be
the most clown moment of the year last season.
Yeah, he did have a debacle last year.
The most clown moment of the entire season last year.
I feel you, but I feel you.
They know excuse.
I feel you, but we can't let that define his career. Like I think that he's a guy who can average 10-10 next year. I mean, he averaged what last year? 8-8. Why can't he go out there in his third year and get you 10-10, 12-10?
He can get 10 rebounds. Especially he has a very high motor.
Very high motor, especially with Cade being able to basically spoon feed him. Spoon feed him. Also, the two rookies that weren't Ivy that they picked up. The other guy that I got to get his name. I don't want to just say the other guy. Get his name real quick. Jalen Durant.
He's gonna
athletic
be
guy.
Yeah, 10-10 though.
No, but he's another athlete.
No, I'm saying he's gonna be 10. They got him. You know, he's a baller. He's gonna be a stud. Hopefully, I mean,
what I'm saying is this: I don't think there'll be an AAU team. I think
definitely not.
I don't think there'll be an AAU team. I think they will play very competitive
the
basketball.
The best AAU team.
And I think Cade has a chance if we think he is who we think he is to be a All-Star reserve next year.
Definitely.
So I think the Pistons
you can bank
will be a 9th or 10th seed. I think they will make a play-in game. And I'm going to keep it real with you. If it's a play-in game and it's a one-game scenario, I wouldn't be shocked if they fuck around and make the playoffs.
Can we please bet something on this Cade All-Star? Cade is not going to be All-Star.
Cade, we can bank on Cade going
bet about on Casamigos on it.
All right, say list.
Bet about Casamigos on it. But that's my opinion. I think Cade raises the averages to 26-6. I think this seed is either a 9th or 10th seed. I am excited to see what Marvin Bagley does. I think Jaden Ivey can be either 2 or 3 in Rookie of the Year voting. And they still have Sadiq Bey, who's one of the best shooters in the league. I think he's a guy who can come out here and get you 16, 17 points next season, especially with Jeremy Grant not being there. So that's a whole bunch of shots that's going to free up.
Taking 19, 15, 16 attempts away.
And not being the most efficient player either. So that's a whole bunch of shots that's going to free up for a lot of other people. So that's my opinion with the Pistons. I think they will be a I think they will be a competitive team next year. And I think that they will be a fun watch. And I think the future is very, very bright in Detroit.
I think they're the Pistons, Detroit basketball. I think their adolescence will show. Like their usefulness will show, but I am rocking with what's going on. Detroit basketball is starting to go back the right way. It's making a turn. I like the Cade Cunningham pick when they picked him. It was a definitive number 1 pick. I think Cade Cunningham is undeniably the best player that come out of that draft class.
You're doing good though.
Scotty Barnes
and Evan Mobley are very talented, but I think Cade Cunningham is amongst the Luka Doncic tier kind of guys. He could possibly reach that level.
Bro, stop.
I'm still a little tight at Pavy for the draft episode when he said Jaden Ivey could be Dwayne Wade and Cade Cunningham could be Bron.
I said light.
He said light.
I said light. When you looked at the way that if you look at in Miami, how they ran their offense, in which you had like 2 slashing type guys, I think they could be a version of their version of that.
When you said that, all that came to my mind was Jaden Ivey running like he was Wade and Cade Cunningham behind him catching a lob, and it was so cloudy.
No, I mean their version of that. Obviously, no. It's not gonna look like that. Nothing ever in life will probably look like that ever again.
As a Bron fan, I was like, "What the hell he's talking about?"
But it was nothing ever in life will probably look like that ever again. I just mean stylistically wise. I think they could do something similar to what they
I honestly like the pick that they got. I think it was pick 10. Durant.
No, the Hornets picked him and then they traded for him.
Durant. I think his name Jalen Durant.
Yeah, Jalen Durant.
He's a flyer. He's a flyer. I think him in the youth, not this year, but I think definitely I do see them competing. They could compete with the Hornets for the 10th seed. That does not sound too wild for me personally to compete for the 9th or 10th seed with that East like that. I do think they can steal a bunch of games versus a lot of great teams. I do think they can go in there and steal a bunch of games. People better go home and take some naps early facing against Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. Don't be in the club too late because them young guns is coming. It's that simple. They're going to steal some games.
Man, they in the club all night.
They're going to steal some games versus them good teams. They just going to steal some games. Sadiq Bey can take a lead, get up to 16 points per game. Cade should definitely get.
Last year.
I think he did average 17 last year, though.
Hey, real quick, did you
Sadiq Bey averaged 16?
He averaged 16, so I'm saying he gonna take a leap. He should get amongst. He should be from anywhere no less than 16 points per game. I think Cade Cunningham should be above 21. 21 a game. He should get 21 a game. I think they should give him the keys. Give him and Ivy the keys. I don't really know too much about Jaden Ivey, but he's raw. He's very raw, athletic.
I know he athletic.
Very
like
skilled.
He can get to the rim.
You know what I'm saying? Very raw, athletic, skilled in that aspect. Explosive. I'm maybe a Ja Morant type player. That's his
comparison.
That's very, very high ceiling. I'm not saying Ja type tier, but he could possibly be that. I mean, in today's NBA, with the floor being so spread, and I'm not sure Jalen, he can Durant can actually spread the floor too, right?
No? I'm not sure about that.
I don't really know too much about it. I know he could rock, and he could be a good role man. We could possibly be seeing the next Cleveland Cavaliers type of team spiral amongst the Pistons. We could see a Jarrett Allen and
I didn't know y'all was from Detroit. All this Detroit positiveness is crazy.
I'm just saying. I'm just speaking from perspective. I do see them They could possibly win 36 games.
I know y'all like the music. From
possibly win 36 games.
I know y'all like the music.
Do I personally think they should go for the lottery? Yes, but do NBA players want to tank per se? No, they're gonna try to win games. Lottery? Because I feel like they need one more piece. One more piece will help them out. One more solid piece. I'm not saying be a low lottery team and get a star out of the draft. Don't go get a Victor.
I mean, I think they got everything they need. I mean, like even
if they found a good solid 4,
they got Bagley.
I don't think Bagley can play the 4 like that.
I think Bagley's
a great.
Move them chains. Who's that?
I think Bagley can play the 4.
You think so?
Yeah, I think Bagley can play the 4.
Can Bagley shoot?
He can shoot. You're not gonna leave Bagley open. You're not gonna Ben Simmons him.
Is he like a what 33%?
He ain't no knockdown shooter. He's not like no. You're not gonna run him off no screen or nothing. But
I feel like there would be.
Let me.
You're not gonna run him off no screen. But if he open, he'll shoot and make it.
Last year when he came, he shot 22%.
That's what I'm saying. Bagley ain't no shooter, bro.
But obviously, with the way that the league is now, you can just move Sadiq Bey to the 4 if you really need to. Move Sadiq to the 4 and play small. Put Bagley
Sadiq to the 4 is.
I mean, he's 6'7", 6'8".
You play against Cleveland scoring 130 points on you. Got Sadiq Bey at the 4. Cleveland scoring 140 on your ass.
Listen.
Woo.
You can move
Milwaukee.
If you want to do small, you can do Bagley at the 5, Sadiq at the 4. Cade is 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, 6'8".
So even though he's the point guard,
Cade is 6'8".
He can guard the front court. And you got Killian Hayes and you got
that's why
Ivy.
All AAU team. Sadiq Bey at your 4
but that's what I'm saying.
Up.
I still feel like they're missing that 4. That's it.
Fair.
That's it. They're missing that 4, and then they got their young core.
They got Kelly as well.
They rocking.
I like old niggas. Old niggas been solid in the league for years. Ever since he came in the league, he been solid.
But I definitely see Detroit basketball on the up and turn, and it's gonna be
I'm
good.
happy for.
All right, Detroit.
Midtown should be great.
I'm about to be on y'all ass. So I'm about to be every time.
Nobody's saying Detroit. Nobody's saying
all the Detroit box scores.
Nobody's saying Detroit is gonna win the finals.
I'm just saying when y'all get held to this, and I'm reminding y'all throughout the season. Don't act like y'all ain't saying this today.
I definitely can't see Detroit making a 10 seed. Do I want them to make the 10 seed? Absolutely not. I think you need to improve your team and go get you a key lock-in defender, a good 4, a good solid 4 to pair with Durant for the future, and then you rocking. Because I feel like if they could keep that core for the future, we may possibly be talking about a NBA Finals Detroit Pistons within the next 10 years.
All right, bro.
Nothing too crazy to say with the talent that we've seen from Cade Cunningham. Next team. As far as the impact,
I also think that they have the pieces to go and make a trade. I think they have the pieces. Yeah, I think some team could use Kelly Olynyk. I think some team could use maybe one of their draft picks.
The Lakers definitely could use Kelly Olynyk.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that they also have some pieces to go out there and go get another young guy. If you can come across a team that's buying and wants to, we want to improve our roster right now. We'll throw you some draft conversation or.
Hey, listen,
like that.
If the Hornets, Miles Bridges. He would have been nasty over there.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen.
I did think that was going to happen. Hey, look, that would have been nasty, bro.
But then Miles Bridges decided
that's the four they need.
Yeah, but
that's the four right there.
That would have been like,
if they would have had Miles Bridges, we talk about them amongst the same same as the Raptors, the Bulls.
Yeah, but also Miles Bridges, you can't send Miles Bridges back to Detroit. With everything I now know about Miles Bridges in Detroit would have been a debacle.
Nah, you can't.
Miles Bridges, biggest disappointment, bro. That dude disappointed.
That man Miles Bridges is the made it out the NBA, bro.
Why when I played you on 2K with the Hornets, you was like, take Miles Bridges out.
Take Miles Bridges out the game. Feel me?
But moving on to this other team that I actually think, I don't think there'll be an interesting watch this season, but I do think that they'll be interesting from the standpoint of where some of the pieces that they have end up. The Indiana Pacers. Obviously, this is a team that is in complete rebuild mode. They need to be in complete rebuild mode. I think that probably ever since Victor Oladipo had that injury. I mean, obviously, even when they had Victor,
they should have been in rebuild mode since Danny Granger and Paul George got up out of there.
Honestly, they've kind of been rebuilding really since then.
Facts.
Honestly, they've low key been rebuilding since PG snapped his leg.
They know. They've actually been rebuilding. They know how to put a winning team together, though.
They have winning.
They know how to put it. They know how to put a winning team together.
They definitely have a winning mentality.
Not a championship team, but they know how to get a winning team together.
They didn't win rings, but since I've been alive, since '97, Indiana Pacers have been a winning mentality team. Surprisingly,
they can put a winning team together, but it's just what are they going to do to get to that next hump?
The issue for them is, not to cut you off, the issue for them is outside of, 13, 14, they were never, when they were actually really, really good and actually had a chance to actually, they were in the conference finals, so they had a chance to make the finals. After the injury to PG, Lance went away, Evan Turner came in, Roy went away, they kind of lost their core, and then since then, they've had good teams, but they've been in the worst spot in the league. You never want to be the 6 or 7 seed.
Yeah, definitely. Really? They have always been the 6-7 seed.
That is the worst spot to be.
It's not the worst spot to be. I'll have to disagree with that.
No, that means
you're competing every year and you feel your seats up.
That means you're not that good. That means you're not good enough to be great, and you're not bad enough to get great.
No, that means every night when one of your fans purchases a ticket to your game, more than likely you're going to be competing.
Yeah,
and they're not going to waste their whatever it costs $100.
But it's not getting you over the hump.
You're not wasting. You're guaranteed to see a competitive team.
But it's not getting you. I feel you, but
that's
I would rather
the definition of mid.
Yeah, but I would rather take an L on one season in hopes that we get a guy in the draft or something like that can't possibly be generational, so we have a chance to actually genuinely build our team.
Every team don't want to just keep throwing away every season just for the hope of somebody who's very good.
And that's exactly
we want to compete.
Does.
We gonna compete. No, they compete every year. They give their fans something to look forward to. They don't have to ever turn their TV on and worry about their team being an AAU team and giving up 150 points in the game or having simple defensive lapses that sends people in.
Well, right now they're one of the AAU teams.
Right now, it just kind of happened. Over time, it's just they
made it happen
by shipping Sabonis and
look at Stephon.
They traded Sabonis. They traded Matt. This team has made a concerted effort over the past 6 months to say, "Hey, we are gonna get bad in hopes that we're gonna get good." So should I don't know why I call you Ron. I don't know why I call you Should Ron. What's your take on the Pacers? More so, not.
That's another shot, Joe.
More so, what do you see from them this year? I think we all kind of expect the same thing from them. But where do you think the pieces that they have could possibly end up in Indiana?
I think we all can agree they're in there for the Victor sweepstakes. They're one of the teams for Victor sweepstakes. If you're an Indiana Pacers fan, Tyrese Halliburton is a stud. An amazing basketball player. As far as what we're in for in regards to the pieces, I honestly can't see them. I mean, what they don't really have. I mean, outside of Tyrese Halliburton, they still got Goga, right? They still have Goga.
That's how you pronounce his name?
I think it's Goga, right?
Batiste?
Yeah. They still have him. Pacers aren't really looking too.
Wow, okay.
They aren't. I say 26 games, but I mean, like I said, Tyrese Halliburton is a winner. As far as from what I've seen, even though he played for the Kings and it's a loser franchise and everything, and everybody thinks they're losers, but he's been winning games for the Kings, and that's why they had to get him out of there. So I think he should win games for them as well.
Not that they just had too many guards.
You think so?
The Kings just had too many guards. Okay. And you paid De'Aaron, and then you drafted Davion, so you gotta let him rock.
You could have, but I feel like they should have traded De'Aaron, personally. But as far as the Pacers, I mean, they had, what's his name? Who was the guy last year that went crazy for him? It was who was it?
Who scored Allen? He ran it in.
Who was their forward last year that was going absolutely crazy?
Did somebody went crazy in Indiana last year?
Yeah, he was a stellar like 20.
O'Shea Brissett.
Yeah, O'Shea Brissett.
Brissett.
He was doing his thing last year. You know,
a good fantasy pickup.
He's gonna be a stud on their team. As far as the roster goes, Buddy Hield. If Buddy Hield, Miles Turner in them play, which I doubt, because I think they shipping them.
They're not shipping them, bro. Especially not to LA.
They have to ship them.
They'll probably start the season there.
Why in the hell do they have to ship them?
They'll probably start the season there, but I don't think that they make it past the trade deadline.
Yeah, they're not staying.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense to keep them. Because while they have them, they're going to be competing. While the Patriots have Buddy Hield and exactly competing. Very mid, but competing, winning games, but very mid. Miles Turner, he should be, if he stays healthy.
Well, where would you like to see Miles Turner go in a perfect way?
The Nets. The Nets. Do the Nets have what it takes? Do the Nets have the assets to trade for him? Absolutely not. I don't think so. Unless the Pacers are like on some like
give us anything.
Like give us anything type thing. But
the
Pacers are gonna be like what they was asking from the Lakers. I'm sure they like, if the Nets call, you ain't got what we need, bro. Because they was asking for a first and a top NBA 75 player. You feel me? They was asking for 2 firsts. An NBA 75 player for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Miles Turner on the Nets will make the Nets very scary. Very, 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 very scary. One of the best rim protectors in the NBA. But I do think Miles Turner, I say, I want to see Miles Turner, a team that can use him. Maybe the Blazers.
I like that.
Blazers.
I like that.
Honestly, Nurkic.
I like that.
They got him. I mean, Nurkic is solid, but
they just re-signed Nurkic. But I do like that. I was thinking Dallas. Maybe if you put a package together
the
for
Bulls,
Buddy Hield.
The
Bulls would be amazing.
The Bulls.
I don't think they'll trade with their division. I don't think they'll trade with their division.
Hold on.
Yeah,
how many years has Vucevic got left on his deal?
But Miles Turner definitely would be nice on the Bulls. Another team outside the Nets.
I think I'm thinking last year on his deal too. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So it's an expiring salary.
The Clippers. The Clippers could be. The Clippers could be straight animals and be like, "We'll give you 2 firsts," and they'll take them.
The Clippers ain't got no picks.
Well, they ain't got no. They gave him Paul George. They gave him Paul George. Never mind. But they got pieces to move. You know, the Clippers could move Zubac.
Yeah, they can move Zubac. They can move like Luke Kennard.
That would be something. That would be something. Him on the Clippers, Miles Turner, Buddy Hield. Every goddamn team in the NBA could use a Buddy Hield. It's that simple. If only he could slide his feet on the other end. Old ass man, learn how to play D. But every team could use him. Every team, absolutely any team in the NBA could use a Buddy Hield right now.
I mean, when I look at this Pacers roster, obviously you have Halliburton, who I think you're probably putting your stock in. You also drafted Benedict Mathurin, who
he don't miss on 2K.
I also think that's why you get Buddy out of there. So him and Tyrese could kind of have free reign. Also, you added Aaron Nesmith, who I don't think is a bad player. I just think that in Boston there was really no room to develop him. Because Boston was in a situation where, like, we have younger players.
So many forwards,
so many people won at your position. Also, we're winning. We're in a position where we're competing for championships. We don't really have time to develop.
To be letting you get minutes on the floor, bro.
Unless you can just come in and be that guy immediately, which is going to be hard. You got Tatum and you got Brown.
You got to pass Grant.
You got to pass. First of all, you got Tatum and Brown basically at your position off top. Then you got
Derek White, Grant.
So it's gonna be hard to get on the floor. Also, Jalen Smith, another guy who obviously got drafted by Phoenix. Then Phoenix started competing immediately. There was really no time to bring him along. But when I did see him play in Indiana last year, he looked good. So I think the definition of success for the Pacers is the same as I said it was for the Spurs and the Thunder. You want to see improvement in guys like I said, Brissett. You want to see improvement in guys like Nesmith. You want to see improvement in Halliburton. You want to see improvement in guys like Isaiah Jackson. You want to see improvement in guys like Jalen Smith. And then you want to lose Chris Duarte. You want to see improvement in guys like Chris Duarte. TJ McConnell is probably another guy who you can move. Teams could use TJ McConnell.
Teams will definitely want TJ.
You can move TJ.
TJ definitely. The Sixers?
You can move TJ. You can move Tice. You can move Hill. You can move Miles Turner. Those are all guys who I think are very movable.
They're all shopping.
Movable. Get them out of here. Losing many games. Let the
young Bucks,
young guys rock. And again, my thing with them is you just want to see improvement. I don't think they'll win more than 25 games. I think they'll probably win like 21 games. But you just want to see improvement, and you want to see if Halliburton can be a star. You want to see if he can be a star, or if this guy where it's like, you know what, you're a good player, but you're a guy who might get traded a lot, kind of like an Andre Miller.
Yeah.
A guy who Andre Miller was really good basketball player. I think Andre Miller is like top 10 assists in NBA. I could be wrong. I think he's like top 10 assists in NBA history.
Top 10 career
all time. But he was never a star. He was just a guy that would help a team win. You want to see if Tyrese can actually be a guy that's a star for you and not just a guy that can help you
I feel like if he doesn't, even if he does not, which I doubt, I think he will reach that level. Be a Michael Conley with better playmaking.
That's not a star.
That's not a star though.
It's not a star. So it's like then he becomes a guy that you throw in a crowd of like, well, if you come for something for Halliburton, you can't have him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think anybody on this team is untradeable. And like I said, I think for Halliburton, it's a prove a year, and prove a year is strong, but you want to see, like I said, if he can actually be the guy and not just one of the guys. And Buddy Hield should be gone by the deadline. Turner should be gone by the deadline. Tice should be gone.
You got the whole bag.
Should all be gone by the
whole
deadline.
bag. That's what it is. I wouldn't say it's a prove a year, but it's definitely you carrying this bag, bro. You got the bags.
It's you. Here you go.
You the bag franchise. Everything is yours.
Oh my God, I've been through like 4 picks tonight. Joe, what do you think about the Pacers?
The Pacers, I somewhat pretty much agree with you guys. They got a nice little core of young guys. I think they can do a pretty good job of developing them. We've seen Brissett take strides last season. Duarte was a solid role player. Halliburton is obviously outstanding. A lot of people were shocked when the Kings decided to give up on him so quickly. Hield, I think he's going to be traded, but like he's one of the most dead-eye shooters in the league. I'm pretty sure he won a 3-point contest like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Shot the lights out in Oklahoma, was a lottery pick, and he's, I think, due $23 million over the next 2 years each. So obviously we know what that means about him. Benedict Mathurin, heck of a young shooter. McConnell, like you guys said, probably one of the better backup point guards in the league. Like up there with Tyus Jones, a guy who's a very scrappy guy, can knock down a three. Get your guys on offense in place, push the pace, pretty much do everything you need from a backup point guard and do it very well. Also, he's a heck of a thief as well. He'll pickpocket you, play the passing lanes.
He's a great
little
defender.
Undersized. He does a great job of making up for how small he is. I would say
great. He's a good defender.
He's a little undersized, but he makes up for it very well. His instincts. He's only 6'1", 190. Them's pretty much the same. That was an accident.
You do good dope yourself.
Crazy.
Yeah, you do good dope yourself.
You
definitely do good dope.
Subconsciously, you do good dope yourself.
You know.
Nonsense.
He talking.
That was a mistake. You said
he's a good defender.
For most, you got dope. One episode, Ron. Get that shit to him. But McConnell, like I said, is outstanding. He could really help a playoff team, or even help the Pacers if they want to probably help them pull out a couple wins this season. Heck of a player. Like you guys said, Nesmith Smith was a lottery pick or a very high pick probably not lottery, I think top 20 for sure, top 15 for the Celtics. Didn't really get this chance to get his in the rotation for the Celtics. He was in college. He was known for being a sniper. He comes into the league, not as much of a sniper, but he's not one of those guys you'll leave open. We'll see how he develops. Jalen Smith was a guy who could never get really on
the court.
Get his role. In Phoenix, they've obviously had Aiden. They've had McGee.
Phoenix could definitely use him.
I guess they've had McGee, they've had Aiden. They've had a really good 5 rotation. They couldn't really get him in there. He does have an opportunity to kind of redeem himself now in Indiana. They also have Daniel Tice. I was a veteran big who can knock down the three and make the correct rotations. He was key to a lot of the winning the Celtics have been doing over the
KD
past couple of years. Stop. And then, like you guys said, they got Miles Turner, solid big man. In foul trouble a little too much, but he's one of the better rim protectors. I'm pretty sure every year he's top 5 in blocks.
He's an elite rim protector.
Yeah, he's solid. I was killing you. Remember when I picked the Pacers on you in 2K?
Oh my God,
Miles Turner was all over the place. But yeah, also they have a veteran coach in Nate McMillan. He's been around the league a very long time.
Great defending coach.
He ain't there. Nate McMillan with the Hawks.
He with the Hawks though.
Oh,
they got Rick Carlisle.
Oh, they got Rick Carlisle. Oh,
Rick Carlisle.
They definitely.
Sure.
Yeah, Nate McMillan's with
Rick
the
Carlisle.
Hawks.
I have questions about Rick Carlisle as a Pacers coach.
I have a question about Rick
Kind
Carlisle
of
as a
random.
coach.
Him being there is kind of random.
He should have been hanged it up.
That's my only thing. Like, you got this very young team, and you have a guy who I don't think is going to be able to connect to them at all. And I wonder if at this point is he a dinosaur?
He's definitely a dinosaur at this point.
So I have questions about him.
He's one of the ones that need to be out. He's amongst the Greg Popovich.
You should be in the front office.
Yeah,
you should be in the front. So I have
he
questions.
should be running basketball operations.
Facts. So I actually have a question about him coaching this team. Sorry to cut you off, but I have a question about him coaching this basketball team.
They're too young for him.
Nah, I'm not too sure. I mean, what was his? How many years has he been a coach? Their head coach?
He got to be like 20, bro.
I'm talking about the head coach for the Pacers. I know
two.
Oh, for sure.
I think last year was his first year.
But yeah, we'll see how that works out for them. Obviously, he's a veteran head coach. He's a champion head coach. Probably was a part of one of the most insane championship runs in NBA history. I would have to think when that was the year when Dirk and those boys knocked off OKC, the Heat, the Lakers all in one run. But he has the championship pedigree and experience. We'll see how it goes. But they just got a lot of good guys. I don't know if they're in the AAU tier, but they hinting towards it. We'll see where Halliburton can take them, and we'll see.
They're not in it right now because they have Buddy and Miles and TJ. But once they're gone, it's definitely
no. They in it. They not gonna help. No. They not gonna affect no losing. They not gonna affect no losing. Nah, they still in it. They not gonna affect no losing. No.
It shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't.
That's about 5 games. That's maybe 5 more games total. It ain't gonna affect no losing.
That man, Buddy Hill, better learn to slide his damn feet.
It ain't gonna stop shit.
The Pacers are right where you guys want them.
That man better learn how to.
Damn. Davis again.
Jalen Ramsey got his ass cooked, boy.
Oh, that was Ramsey.
And he said on his head top. He tapped on the head top, boy.
My Rams down bad right now, but it's all good. Bills is obviously.
I mean, every NFL Super Bowl winner gets smashed in the season opener. They off too much champagne still.
Bills is a juggernaut. You feel me?
Look at him getting sturdy. Look at this getting sturdy.
That's how you feel.
I mean, they got a statement game. After the tragedy that happened in Buffalo, they went out there. They flew all those kids.
Where's this weak side?
They flew all those kids out there from Buffalo. Buffalo was not about to lose this game. They projected to go to the Super Bowl.
Where was this news? Nobody back there.
It's looking bad for the Rams, bro. I don't know. It's looking bad for y'all, Rams.
It's one game. Y'all was the same thing what happened to the Ravens if y'all had the Bills.
Whatever. We lost to them because Lamar Jackson threw a pick in the end zone.
I think we can leave it there for the Pacers because
it's a dead end team.
The Pacers.
The Victor sweepstakes.
Two more teams left. Obviously, I think the one that's the most intriguing, I'll save it for last. Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, they were the champions the year before last. Lost in the second round to the eventual Eastern Conference winners last year.
Crazy that series.
He really wasn't. Giannis has been balling in the Olympics. Not in FIBA play, but also he's had some knee troubles in FIBA play as well.
Ankle too, right? Ankle.
Yeah, it's been mostly knee maintenance, which is a little bit troublesome to me personally. They didn't really
the same dude who put the cyborg knee on before the finals and went berserk.
They didn't really, but that might be residual effects from it. They didn't really add anything to this roster.
They didn't need to.
Retained everybody. They did add Joe Ingles. So if he's healthy, coming off the ACL, if he's actually healthy, they did add Joe Ingles. I assume this is probably one of his last couple of maybe his last stop in the league.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say. Now when you shoot the ball like him,
he's done. He don't want to hoop no more.
Yeah, but man,
he might go to Australia. He might go hoop in the NBL.
Now when you shoot the ball like him,
he might go hoop in the NBL.
And you pass like him. He can also pass the ball.
Nikola Mirotic went back to Spain.
He didn't have to go back to Spain though.
He did. He wanted to. That's what I'm saying. Joe Ingles seemed like he might want to go back to Australia.
Bobby Portis broke his face and he was like, "I'm done with this shit." Broke his face. He was like, "I'm hell no. Take me back to Europe. Take me back to my home." Man.
MVPs and all that.
As far as what I think about the Bucks, I mean, as long as they got Giannis and Giannis is on the court,
championship or bust?
I'd championship or bust, but like, what? Yeah, sure. Definitely. As long as they have Giannis and Giannis is on the court and he's healthy and they can get to the playoffs and be a functional team. I mean, obviously, I think first of all, I think they still have Serge Ibaka, which is, I think, the remains of Serge Ibaka at this point. Yeah. Brook Lopez, though, I know Brook Lopez had back surgery last year. I wonder if he can stay healthy. Is this the remains of Brook Lopez as well? So I think maybe this might be a team that might have to do some reshuffling a little bit. Maybe add one or two things here or there. Maybe Miles Turner for the Bucks. Like,
that would be scary.
That would be outrageous. That would be outrageous.
Scary.
That'd be outrageous.
That would be scary if they found Miles Turner on that roster.
Facts. Like, maybe this is the team that might have to like add one or two things just because when I look at their roster, I look at their front line and I see dinosaurs. Yeah. I mean, I like Bobby Portis. I think Bobby
Portis is great.
But I look at Brook Lopez, I look at Serge Ibaka, and I'm like,
yeah, that front court is getting old. That front court is old and damaged.
Yes, front court is getting old.
And damaged.
And I think that probably, when they won, the most important thing about them was that they were so big
and healthy.
So, I mean, I don't have too many takes about the Bucks. Like I said, like as long as Giannis is there. Now, Giannis and his knee trouble with fever and the fact he's playing in fever, I think can maybe come back to bite them because he might be tired. Obviously, you had a finals run a year before. You come back. Season started a little bit early last year. It wasn't too early, but it was still early. You just got done playing in what was it? May this year. You back at it again in a whole FIBA run in August. Training camp is August and September. Training camp is I think later this month if I'm not mistaken.
Training camp is in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, so it's like he might be a little bit tired. I wonder about that. I worry about that. Sometimes players hit the ground running from FIBA. Sometimes, but sometimes players come back.
A little sluggish.
The
rule change, the game change. It can become an adapting aspect.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I don't have too many takes about the Bucks. I still think the Bucks would be a force to be reckoned with, but I do think that they have a front court that's getting old, and they might need to address that with little tweaks here and there throughout the season.
I definitely see them championship or bust. Championship or bust. My only thing about the Bucks that matters to me is if you guys can just play games. You don't have to make the first seed. You don't have to get the second seed. You don't have to be regular season kings. You don't have to run through the whole entire thing. Giannis can still secure MVP as a 6th seed. We've seen Jokic do it.
That shit is not gonna happen.
Just win enough games to make it to the playoffs as a fully healthy team. I don't care what team it is in the East. If they're in front of you, you can beat them because you're better than the majority of those teams in the East. I'm sorry, it is what it is. The Sixers step in front of the Bucks. Sixers are gonna trample them. I mean, the Bucks are gonna trample them. It is what it is. I just don't see them possibly not making a push for the Eastern Conference Finals.
I have a question for you about Joel Embiid, but we're going to finish this division breakdown first, and I'm going to pose this question to the panel. But continue. Don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I just don't see them losing any games. They have to make my only thing about them is make the playoffs, hit the buyout market for more wings,
What the fuck?
And then you got it. Hey, what the hell going on at this game, man? They got smoke bombs and Inglewood so far. What's going on, man? Inglewood up to no good, bruh. Clean it up so far. Security. Players gotta be safe. But yeah, definitely just look out for just health. Drew Holiday is getting old. He's a great defender. He's getting old. Probably the only guy I ever seen reimagine his whole entire career. Honestly,
what you mean?
Jrue Holiday, like he revamped his whole career.
Did he revamp it?
Hell yeah, he was not this known lock. Jrue Holiday is probably consensus top 3 perimeter defenders in the NBA.
Yeah, but he was always good.
He's been at his whole career.
Yeah, he was always good.
He's always been an
all-star in Philly.
He's always been a perennial defender and a perennial player. Like as far as like one of the lower end, good to almost star players.
Yeah.
But we never known him to be so volatile on the perimeter D to the point where should be argued as the best player.
That's a lie, bro. That Damian, no, because what he did against Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum
that's when he was on the Pelicans, though. That's after his All-Stars with the Sixers. And
but he was doing the same thing. He
changed his whole entire career. Because when he was on the Sixers, he was damn near amongst the Tyrese Halliburton, type of. And now you look at him.
That's fair.
It's really crazy. And then Chris Middleton, I think Chris Middleton, if he would have the keys, people swear up and down. Clay was number one option. Chris Middleton was number one option. He done to be all-star, averaging 24 points a game. Shoot the way he shoot the basketball.
He is all-star.
Facts, I'm not mad at that.
But I mean, he's an all-star, but they
run a halfback.
They claim he's one of those all-stars because of the 60 wins, which I think is very disrespectful. Yeah. Very, very disrespectful.
He's a top 5 small forward in the league.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would agree with that. But yeah, they just gotta win games. I love the Bucks. They did what every team that's a small market team wish they could do. They got their generational talent and they built around them. That's all I gotta talk about the Bucks. Just championship wins. That's it. Championship or bust. Make games. That's it. Just play ball, stay healthy, and you will make your way to the second round. When it happens to the second round, you got to get over the hump. You're doing everything right. Continue to play the way you do. Just stay healthy. That's the only thing about the Bucks. 55 plus wins. Just stay healthy.
Joe?
With the Bucks, I mean, not too much to say. Probably the Bucks definitely, I think most people would agree with this, probably best team on 2K. I think the Bucks are must-see TV. I'm pretty sure they're top 5 national TV games. And I'm pretty sure if you're an NBA fan and you're looking at your team schedule, you definitely circling that game versus the Bucks and you're looking forward to it. You're probably shaking your head. You're like, damn, this is going to be a stressful game. We got to deal with Giannis for 32 minutes. We got to deal with Jrue Holiday for 34 minutes. We got to deal with Brook Lopez. Another pick. We got to deal with Brook Lopez. We got to deal with Chris Middleton.
He threw another pick, bro. Wow. Big boy snatched that out the air. That's Jerry Hughes' old ass. Oh my
flag
God.
On the play, though. Is that a flag or I'm tripping? It's a flag.
Oh my God, Jerry Hughes' old ass slapped that out the air.
Nah, that's...
What is the flag?
It's gonna get reversed. I think they called
They called it unsportsmanlike conduct on abuse.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, he got it. Jerry Hughes, all that. Back to the Bucks.
Oh yeah, okay, but the Bucks, highly anticipated team this year.
That's just great.
He's a very good player. He's always been a very great player. Jerry Hughes has always been a very great player.
But now the Bucks are solid. High expectations for them. One of the few teams where it's championship or bust when you have a generational talent like Giannis Antetokounmpo on your team with supporting cast like he has. Ooh, Stafford with a crazy tackle. But when you have talent like you have
Stafford.
Like a Giannis talent with the supporting cast that you have presented him with, you have very high expectations. A lot of fun basketball expected. Giannis will have a lot of must-see TV. When you want to see all the Giannis versus Durant, all the Giannis versus Kawhis, all the Giannis versus Embiid's, all the Giannis versus all of these top tier guys. The Bucks are that team. They didn't bring it back? Oh my goodness, he about to get it first. But yeah, the Bucks are solid all around. They got from defense. I'm pretty sure this team should be top 10 in defense and top 10 in offense next year. We saw what Grayson was able to do for them, a good pickup for them last year. I pretty much replaced exactly what they had with DiVincenzo, who's now a Warrior. But yeah, the Bucks team is solid. Not really too much. Pretty much 50. I say 50 wins, but not really too much to say. Everybody knows we expect the team to be one of those teams, and that we want to see them every night. We want to see them on TNT every night. The Bucks playing on TNT, I'm tuning in. That's pretty much it for the Bucks. Yeah, we know. Everybody know the deal.
Before we move to our last team, what's your question?
I have a question. It's a 2-part question. You don't have to get too deep into it. Where do you guys rank Giannis all time? And if he wins another MVP, is he top 10 if you have him ranked outside that top 10 to 15? Is he definitive top 10?
I have Giannis at top 20, and that's only because he ain't played long enough.
20?
Top 20.
Like lower end of 10?
No, he's like top 20.
Oh, okay.
I have him top 20. If you want to say top 15, I'm not gonna argue with you. I just need to play longer. But if he wins another MVP award, I'll say this. I think right now he's arguably over Kevin Durant.
I already have him over Kevin Durant.
That's fair.
Yeah, I already have him over Kevin Durant.
Fair.
I know Joe's gonna lose his damn mind again, but
he's had a better career.
He's had a better career than Kevin Durant.
He has not had a better career than Kevin Durant.
He's had
the two-time champion,
2 MVPs,
two-time champion, two-time
one defensive player of the year.
One defensive player of the year.
He'll have way more All-NBA teams.
He'll have facts. You could argue Kevin Durant has underachieved.
Definitely.
If that only reason why you could argue that is maybe possibly because of injuries.
If you take away Kevin Durant's first 7, if you take away Kevin Durant outside of him playing for the Warriors,
why would you do that? Doesn't make sense. To take away everything Giannis has done in general. Then just take away all everything. Don't say that stupid.
Which is not fair, right?
We're not doing. Don't say that. That's not going to happen.
He got 2 rings.
You're not
from
going to say take away. Why would you take away,
bro?
And who averaged 35 in both those finals?
Oh my god.
Who did he hit them back-to-back game winners over?
Oh my. I'm not. It's not a Kevin Durant episode. We're not about to get into that trash. We're not about to get into that trash. We're not about to get into that.
Nah, but you want to be if you take away 2021 championship, then what's Giannis without that championship? Let's take away everything from everybody's career. Let's just take away hella shit off everybody's career.
Has been way better.
Everybody's career. You can't just specifically want to take something off.
Giannis' career has had a way better career.
Kevin Durant's played in 3 finals and he's averaging 33 points per game in all 3 of those finals for every game he's played in.
2-time MVP and a 1-time defensive player of the year. You realize I think there are 3 people, maybe 4. I think who won both of those awards: Hakeem, Kevin Garnett, Jordan, and Giannis.
Every time the lights is bright, KD is there.
Are we sure about that?
He wasn't there last year.
Wasn't there this year?
I mean, that was different.
Al Horford was defending that.
He couldn't even go left.
Look at the roster.
He couldn't go.
Did we not see what KD just did for Team USA?
LeBron James would have won that series.
You said KD was going to average 18 points coming back off his Achilles injury. That's what you told me that. You said that bullshit. What are you talking about? Did you not see what he did for Team USA? Playing out there with Draymond and watching what guards did they have getting their ass torched by Patty Mills running around the court? He single-handedly saved Team USA.
It's getting bad. It's getting scary. It's getting scary. Them Olympics ain't so much guaranteed.
They are, but no facts. I had to take about that a couple.
It's crazy.
My take was I don't know if we'll see an American-born MVP this entire decade.
Ooh, you don't think so? I don't know. I don't look like
Zion, the only one with a real chance.
It don't look like it. Yeah, it don't look like it.
But what was the second part of your question?
The second part was we basically answered it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to the last team in the Central Division, there was some big news from this team. They traded for Donovan Mitchell. What was the trade? The trade was Larry Marketing, Colin Sexton.
2025, 2027, 2029.
Wasn't it one more player? Oh, the rookie that they drafted. I forget his name. Can you find out his name for me?
The trade in the.
I know he went to Kansas. I know he went to Kansas for college, but the rookie that they drafted, they traded Larry Marketing, Colin Sexton.
They don't have any more.
They drafted and a whole bunch of picks for Donovan Mitchell. So now this starting lineup is basically Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. With Kevin Love, Karis LeVert. They still have Lamont Stevens coming off the bench.
Rondo.
Is Rondo still on Cleveland?
Mm-hmm.
Is Rondo still in the league?
Rondo's back up on Cleveland.
Rookie wing Ochai Agbaye.
Yeah.
Rookie wing him. That's his
if
name.
we're butchering name, sorry,
with
bro.
three unprotected first round picks, 2025, 2027, 2029.
We are butchering your name.
And 2 pick swaps into 2026 and 2028. Yeah, we American. We don't. Oh, Cup is killing though, bro. He got like 26 fantasy points.
We American.
That ain't crazy. He getting disingenuous.
I mean,
bro.
we not when we raise. We don't have to pronounce. Like, you feel me? That's not something we taught in school is how to pronounce.
But yeah,
international name.
I guess we could get right into it with the Cavs, man. I mean,
no, they have Rubio back.
Okay,
Rubio's back.
Rubio was solid last year.
Is on Cleveland.
Rubio was solid last year.
Jetty Osman is still there. Robin Lopez is still there. What do we think about the Cavs?
We know. Well, we'll get this started. We know Pavi. He was watching the Cavs.
I was watching
even
the
when
Cavs.
they was bad.
I was watching the Cavs
when they was bad. You watch the old, if you watch the old Hoops and Brews videos, he would speak very highly on watching Cavs play. I didn't think the Cavs deserved to get a Tuesday NBA TV game back then.
Is that cup again?
People was watching Taco Tuesday before they was watching my man the Cavs. But now they rocking. They rocking. I don't like how short. I don't like how small they are. I personally do not like how small they are with the terrible defense that Donovan Mitchell plays.
The generational wealth creator.
The terrible defense Donovan Mitchell. If you were there the last episode we talked about Rudy, you know, terrible defender Donovan Mitchell. Personally, you asked me, but Garland is amazing.
Zach LaVine fans.
Garland is amazing.
Garland is amazing. Endorsing Zach LaVine.
Evan Mobley.
Does that make sense to anybody?
Evan Mobley will be amazing.
How does that make sense?
But does that stunt Evan Mobley's growth?
That's why I wonder about that. So look, my thing with Cleveland, which shout out my homie Glasses, we had this conversation, is on paper, this looks incredible.
Amazing.
But there is one basketball. There's one basketball. And I haven't known Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland to be off-ball players.
Yeah,
now, maybe, they grow and they can be that. Now, obviously, Garland did play with Rubio, but playing with Rubio is not like playing with Donovan. No. Donovan is not out there trying to pass.
Rubio's looking to get you.
Rubio is looking to get everybody else involved.
Get everybody some looks.
Donovan's not here for that shit.
Donovan is for a sidestep 3.
Donovan is coming in thinking this is my shit.
Giving me my 21 shots.
Donovan is coming in thinking I want my 21, 22 shots. I'm putting this bitch up. I'm the superstar. Now, granted, I get the move from
from a team aspect,
business aspect as well. You have a bona fide star. He's one of the guys who has their own shoes. You have a bona fide star in your team, in your franchise, who's also still pretty young. But I also wonder if Donovan Mitchell's athletic prime is past. I wonder if his athletic prime is past, or if his athletic prime is coming to a close. I wonder that. And again, it is one basketball. And if you go back to last year, when Darius Garland really started to excel, it was when Colin Sexton went out. When he was unfortunately hurt. Unfortunately, he went out, and Colin Sexton was like, "Oh shit!"
He took over. Oh my god!
Oh shit!
It was so amazing to watch what was going on with the Cavs, man. It pains me to know the Lakers did not have Garland. It pains me to know the Lakers did not have Garland. I get reminded by my friend Don all the time that when we traded for AD, we could have had Garland and all that, and still probably got AD in the offseason. Pains me to know we don't have Garland, but Garland is undeniably an amazing point guard. One of my favorite point guards in the NBA. One of my favorite point guards. So, but that's my concern.
So yes, that's my one concern. It's one basketball in Cleveland. Also, granted, they did pick up Robin Lopez. You still do have Kevin Love, but you did lose Laurie. Laurie was a 7-foot small forward.
That was crazy.
Laurie was a 7-foot small forward.
That was crazy. Them and the Raptors. That's crazy. It was amazing to watch.
Also, again, like you said, Donovan is a generational wealth creator. He don't play no defense. I ain't really known Darius Garland to be the best defender.
They got great front court.
They got great front court defenders, but what about teams that don't need to go to the front court to score? What if you play the Nets?
Yeah, it's bad.
Who the fuck if
Isaac Okoro's a good perimeter defender though? I would say above average.
He
tries.
That's what he was known for in college.
Yeah, he tries.
He tries still. Yes, I get all that. But
you can't hide everybody else.
Facts.
You can't hide the other 3.
But again, I think I still think it's a good move. I think they'll probably be, if all things go well, they could be a top 4 seed.
Whoa.
If all things go well, because I'm not that sold on the Nets. I'm not that sold on the Nets. And I love the Sixers. I think the Sixers will be really good, but I also think the Sixers have potential to not be as good as we think the Sixers should be. So yeah, if all things go well, I think they could be a top 4 seed. If all things go bad, I still think they'll be in the playoffs regardless.
Playing or playoffs?
Playoffs. I think they could be.
They're top 6 seed.
Yeah, I think they should be a top 6 seed. If that's not a top 6 seed, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that's me. I personally have them fighting for the play-in 7-8 with the Bulls. I just from my perspective is this. I feel like you had someone that you sought out and you grabbed high pick Evan Mobley. He looks generational. He looks like the next coming of a Kevin Garnett, Anthony Davis type of
for sure.
a big. And then you got Jared Allen with an amazing passer and Darius Garland with amazing lob threat capabilities. Jared Allen was having an all-star season last year. Donovan Mitchell comes in there, and we know how Donovan Mitchell gets when he got people like Rudy Gobert and other bigs.
Don't pass the ball.
Jared Allen's not gonna get. I mean, who knows? Maybe he switches it up. Yeah, maybe he switches up. Yeah. And maybe Jared Allen gets his opportunities to want to go and catch his lobs. But it's just it is very sketchy to me. It's the whole thing is very sketchy, but it's an amazing business move. Shout out to the Cavs front office for making that play. No, I don't think there's no one in the world that saw that coming. I don't think there's no one in the world that saw that coming at all. I don't think there's anyone that saw that coming out of nowhere and saying, "Hey, yo, send me." No one. When I seen that trade, when I seen that Woj bomb, I was surprised.
Like, what the fuck?
I didn't see that coming at all. I thought it was a terrible trade, but I mean,
I didn't think it was a terrible trade because I mean, if you look at the trade from Utah side, Sexton gonna do the same thing Donovan did. He gonna average 24 points. He actually is a pretty efficient scorer too. Actually.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the same thing Donovan did and do it for cheaper.
Yeah, I mean Donovan Mitchell's an excellent scorer, but playmaking is a thing for that guy. Playmaking is a thing that worries me for that guy, Donovan Mitchell. And it's just the height. I don't know if I got like this niche or something because a lot of my friends know me. I just don't like small guards.
Real quick, I don't either. The year before, Colin Sexton averaged 24 points and did it on 47% from the field and 37% from three. He's gonna do the exact same thing.
What higher averages?
He's gonna do the exact same thing Donovan Mitchell did for 100. What do you mean? I just told you he averaged 24 points.
Colin Sexton gonna produce like Donovan Mitchell.
Yes.
What do you have?
So all those years, if they had Colin Sexton instead of Donovan Mitchell, the Jazz would be able to do the exact same thing they would have been able to do with Colin Sexton instead of Donovan Mitchell.
Wait.
I'm saying so. If you had Colin Sexton, you know all the Utah Jazz have been one of the most successful teams in the league over the last like 4 or 5 years in a row. They've had 60-win seasons. They've had 50+ win seasons. If you had Colin Sexton instead of, I wish if I was on camera, I would walk off right now because that's irrational as hell. You better than that. Colin Sexton cannot score the basketball like Donovan Mitchell.
Can I speak on that? Average 24 points.
Can I speak
24 points over entire season?
If this was
47%, 37%.
And how many games?
Fucking he played that year.
He had to play like 65 plus.
24 points per game.
He played 60.
And he averaged 24 points.
Yes.
We see Colin Sexton.
What do you mean?
His
have second year, he averaged 20.
We see him scaling his point. I do see that. Now, as far as winning and that impact and all that, they will make the playoffs. I don't know about 60 wins in the number one in the West like they did that one year, but Colin Sexton and Donovan Mitchell amongst that same canny kind of hooper. Sexton might have a little bit more motor on defense. Or try a lot harder.
Facts.
Try a hell of a lot harder. Donovan Mitchell just forgets about that side of the ball. But there's a chance that Donovan Mitchell could come out and average 27. It's taken away from Evan Mobley getting his 21 or 19. I expect him to get this.
I don't want him to do that though. I want him to come out here and average 23 points, the most efficient 23 to 24 points he has ever averaged.
You think he really finna? Man, that's Spider Mitch, but he came into that.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
He came into that trade thinking, "Nigga, I'm the man. It's over with." 30.
I don't think he's gonna do that. You're right. I think what's gonna happen is he's gonna come out here and put that bitch smooth up.
30 a night.
But again, that makes me worry about the chemistry of this basketball team.
Yeah.
So I think you had some special going. Also, you're right with Evan Mobley. Like Evan Mobley is like I think Cleveland saw a team and it was like, oh, we could strike right now. And that's why you go get down.
And it was a nasty idea.
But at the same time, it's like you have a guy like Evan. You still have a very, very young basketball team. Like I said, Donovan Mitchell isn't old. It's not like we're talking about some like 28-year-old guy. But at the same time, I just would love to see second-year Evan Mobley if second-year Evan Mobley
and Jared Allen.
And Jared Allen.
Jared Allen was amazing last year.
If they're getting the reps. And I worry about Evan Mobley being I guess the right word is typecasted into like just a defender.
They have Karis LeVert too.
Yeah, they have LeVert
too. Hopefully he balls.
If he
balls, he can come in there for the 6 Man of the Year award. I mean, do I have them top 6, possibly. Right. The Nets are debacle themselves. We don't have to get into it. They could sneak the Raptors spot. That was 6. There's a lot of teams out there that they could possibly take. It is what it is. I do find them very interesting. I think that them and the Timberwolves are the teams to watch this year. Them, the Timberwolves, and the Nuggets are the teams to watch this year. With Jamal Murray hopefully coming back, I think Nuggets
he'll be back. Now what he be back? Now what he comes back as is a
Nuggets, Clippers, Cavs, and Timberwolves are definitely X'd out on my schedule to watch games for. Definitely, I need 10 games from each one of those teams. With the way they looking, the Cavs the trade was just so crazy. Because I love Lauri Markkanen at the 3. I just thought it was so different and transcendent. Yeah. I thought it was so transcendent. I thought it was amazing. He revived his career. He was over there in the Chicago Bulls. It just wasn't working. Then he went over to the Cavs and it was just moving so fluidly.
For sure. Joe, what you think about the Cavs and the type of...
First of all, I think you two are war criminals. Y'all did all that Zach LaVine endorsing just to turn around and say...
I've never seen Zach LaVine make somebody $100 million.
I seen him let Grayson Allen score 30 points, get like multiple 25-plus point games in a playoff series where it mattered most. If Donovan Mitchell would have did that, I don't even know what y'all would have been saying. But I think it's a clear bias for whatever reason y'all are favoring LaVine over Mitchell when I think Mitchell
I think he just actually better.
Had a much better
Even
career.
like offensively, I think he's a better offensive player.
You said Donovan Mitchell gonna get up there and jack everything. That doesn't make sense.
Player.
Donovan Mitchell has contributed to winning. Has been a great contributor to winning basketball for the last
Donovan Mitchell's job was to jack up shots.
Has been a key reason why does Utah Jazz have been one of the better teams.
No, it was mostly Rudy.
Utah Jazz have been killed.
It was
That's no. It
was hella Rudy.
That's subjective.
It was the most impactful player. It was the most impactful player in the NBA.
No.
He was single-handedly.
It was the most defensive impact player.
Donovan Mitchell was single-handedly creating shots. He was the only one on that roster who could really create his own shot. Who else could create it?
It was the guy who
impacted
the most in the NBA.
It was a defensive team, bro.
Especially before they got Clarkson.
It was the guy who impacted
exactly what means. Somebody got to be able to spark the offense, and Donovan Mitchell did a hell of a job of that.
He was on
mid-range.
I could even argue. Hold on, pause.
Knocking down the 3.
I could even argue Rudy was just as impactful offensively because he set all the fucking screens. He was set 300 screens every single play.
The same dude who will get the ball and have a guard on him and still not be able to score.
It's more than offensive.
He don't even got a fucking post hook.
He shot 65% from the field.
Because he shot the ball 8 times a game and they all dunks. Because he shot the ball 8 times a game and they all dunks. He's 2022 DeAndre Jordan.
If he had
DeAndre Jordan also shot 6 DeAndre Jordan also shot and he don't get the ball. We don't look at him on offense. We don't look at him on offense. We do not look at him because we know if we give him the ball, he's gonna either pass it back or smoke a fucking jump hook. He's not that guy. Donovan Mitchell sparked the offense when they needed it. He was out there giving everybody hell.
A lie.
When they smoked OKC that year, that was Donovan Mitchell giving Russ hell.
It's a lie.
That's not a lie. That's not a lie. Y'all are crazy. Y'all have some weird bias against Donovan Mitchell. I don't know what
Jalen Brunson has $100 million because of Donovan Mitchell.
I don't know why you got any reason. Jalen Brunson is hell of a basketball player.
Donovan Mitchell Jalen
Brunson is 1 billion times better than Grayson Allen. And y'all have the same energy. They have the same energy when the nigga's way better. So what are y'all talking about?
Listen,
that don't even make sense.
Listen, no, it makes sense because it is. Especially when Luka wasn't. No, listen. Especially when Luka wasn't there. When you walk in the building, the number one person that you had to stop was Jalen Brunson. Grayson Allen wasn't even on the scouting report. That only happened because Giannis was drawing every fucking body to the paint because they couldn't stop him.
He don't want to talk about that. He don't want to add that
Grayson Allen was
content.
not killing no wide open jump shots. Grayson Allen was not. Grayson Allen was not killing no wide open jump shots. Grayson Allen was not killing no wide open jump shots.
Jalen Brunson.
Why did he do the same looks versus Celtics then? Why do you want to do the exact same shit in the next series? Why do you fucking turn 8 points? Why you turn 8 points in the next series?
Hold on, wait, pause. You know Giannis didn't even shoot 50% in that series.
So it's Giannis' fault.
What?
If he would shoot, if Giannis, like they played great defense on Giannis.
He still was out. He still was probably arguably the best performer out of everybody.
Jalen Brunson came out there
outperforming everybody in that series. Despite the fact he didn't shoot 50%, which matters so much.
Did you have the Mavericks beating the Jazz without Luka?
I did have the Mavericks over the Jazz. I did.
You had the Mavericks over the Jazz.
Go back and listen to that
Luka was not on the court.
I'm pretty sure we had this discussion. I'm pretty sure you can go back and you can look at the video.
Here we go.
I was saying
stop. Let's look at these fucking Grayson Allen highlights to see how it came.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Let's look at these Grayson Allen highlights.
Donovan Mitchell had this right here.
Look, Donovan Mitchell on the break.
Was that LaVine ripped?
No, it wasn't. It was Kobe White.
That's y'all's man's too.
That's AO. That's IO. Zach nowhere in the frame. Zach is nowhere in the frame. He's not even on the court.
Okay, that's one play. Okay, that's one play.
You want to know why that happened? Because
a three. That's one. Okay.
Where's Zach at? Nowhere in the frame again. That's DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. Oh my! On defense, that's the Spider-Man meme. Same shit. They both.
We're disproving this point.
No, over 3 clips.
Okay, there we go.
That was 8 points.
Zach is there.
Oh yeah, we close out.
Okay, that's a shot. Okay,
that's 3 points.
That's 3 points. Okay, it's a good one.
3 out of 30.
This is not Zach. That's DeMar fault. DeMar died on the screen.
That's DeMar. 11 of his 14 points have came from someone not named Zach LaVine.
This ain't Zach either. That's Vucevic. That ain't Zach either.
13 of his 16
nowhere
points.
In the frame.
So what?
Zach's nowhere in the frame. 24 minutes. This is probably a steal. A block. And this is because Giannis destroyed. Look at this. You have to collapse, and he's wide open.
Opposite corner didn't have to collapse.
16 of his 19 points.
They didn't have to collapse. It's fucking Giannis. Yes, you did.
All 3 of them?
This is Javonte
That's
Green.
A good move.
That's
a good move. That's a good move. Good bucket. Good
Zach
D.
is up there though. Zach is nowhere in the frame. This is Patrick Williams. Actually, no. This is Giannis. It's Patrick Williams.
I'm gonna need the link of this. Cause I'm gonna drop this in the comments. Cause everybody need to see what we seeing.
Not Zach LaVine.
This is everybody. Cause he was saying that this is Zach LaVine fault.
Okay, pull up Jalen Grayson now. Pull up only 2 minutes.
You gonna see a whole bunch.
Small ass sample sizes. Y'all did a great job. I want to see a small sample size. Don't show like the whole 20 minutes of the Jalen Grayson.
Wait, Joe,
very small sample size.
Did you really?
Let me see a very small sample size with Jalen Grayson.
Here we go. Look at this.
Keep the same energy.
Here we go.
Keep the same energy.
Here we go.
Who is that?
That's
not Donovan Mitchell. That's not Donovan Mitchell. Okay.
That's
not Donovan Mitchell. Okay.
That's Russ O'Neal.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Who's that?
Emoji? Wait.
Died on the screen. That's Donovan. Died on the screen. That's
First
Donovan.
2 plays, Donovan.
That's not that. That's a communication issue.
What?
Okay. This Royce.
Yeah, Royce again. Royce getting his ass fried up.
That's Royce.
Transition.
This is Donovan.
Donovan didn't want to step up. Donovan didn't want to pick up.
That's transition.
Donovan didn't want to pick up.
That's transition. That's transition,
You
bro.
know you gotta stop ball.
Who's that? That's Royce again. Royce again.
But you know you gotta stop ball.
That's Royce again.
He was being lazy as fuck. Didn't want to stop ball.
It's Donovan coming out. It's Donovan.
That's Donovan Mitchell. You can't.
That's Donovan Mitchell.
Who is that? That's Royce again?
That's Royce.
That's
Conley.
Daniel House. It's Daniel House.
Oh, okay. That's Boji. Ain't Donovan Mitchell ain't nowhere on the screen.
Okay.
But we ain't seen too many clips of LaVine like we seen with Donovan. I'm just saying.
But that's probably the game LaVine was hurt. What, didn't LaVine miss a game because he was hurt? That's probably what that game was.
No, he was on the court.
He was on the court all the whole series.
My thing is, did you really think the Mavs are gonna win this game though?
I did not count the Mavs out.
You counted the Mavs to win with Jalen Brunson. So why are you speaking so highly of Donovan Mitchell?
Because Donovan Mitchell has been killing the league for 4 years straight.
Fucking oh my god.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god.
We seen him do something even Michael Jordan never did.
Jalen Brunson.
Here we go again.
That's transition.
That's transition.
That's transition. That's transition, bro. That's transition. That's transition.
That was terrible.
That's why
that was lethargic.
Or somebody that's not Donovan Mitchell again.
That was lethargic in the NBA
bro.
playoffs. KG would have yelled at his fucking ass. KG would have killed him.
That was transition, bro.
Okay, that's Royce O'Neal.
I don't care if it was transition or not, bro. This motherfucker didn't want to try right there, bro. Stop that. Donovan Mitchell do not play D, and we know he don't play no fucking D.
You was just endorsing Zach LaVine. We got talking he gets second team All NBA. That shit not happening.
I said he could be the best shooter guard in the NBA.
Second team All NBA. You know how much you got? No, hell no. Hell gonna.
He better than Donovan Mitchell.
That shit happen.
He better than Donovan Mitchell.
Who better than Donovan Mitchell?
Zach LaVine.
No, he isn't.
Yes, he is.
No, he is. Zach LaVine would kill for a resume like Donovan Mitchell.
Zach LaVine would also.
We have never seen. I've seen Donovan Mitchell be. I've seen Donovan Mitchell be effective in multiple playoff series. How many times has Zach LaVine been? How many times has Zach LaVine been that guy in the playoff series? How many times? Y'all want to let me know? Y'all want to inform me?
How many different? Hey, how many?
No, answer my question, boy. Answer my question.
Here we go. Right by him.
Answer my question. How many times have we seen Zach LaVine been that guy in the playoff series?
Joe, question.
I've seen the Jazz mock teams in the playoffs for a while now.
Question.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
I know.
We got all these. Go back to highlights. No, go back to Grayson Allen now. Why we
postseason highlights?
We're getting hella examples of this.
Hey, Joe, I have a question for you. Just like you have a question for me, how many years has Donovan Mitchell played with a defensive player of the year?
Multiple years.
I wish Zach LaVine played.
We seen when LaVine had a pretty good team this year, but a top 5 team and got his ass fucking.
It's Gobert.
Shit the bed tough in the playoffs.
I think Gobert might be. Hey, I think it might be favorable. Hey, Joe, guess what? You know what's crazy?
Show me a playoff series where Donovan Mitchell shit the bed like Zach LaVine this.
It might be consistent to say Gobert probably top 15 centers all time,
and still got fucking $30 million a year.
You can say Gobert might be top 15 centers all time, bro. Impact, defensive player of the year. He get that 100 fucking.
He got 3 of them.
20 million.
Okay, you next to DeMar DeRozan, and you next to Alex Caruso, you next to all these guys.
That is not Rudy Gobert.
Like, stop, bro.
Do you have more to say about the
Cleveland Cavaliers? Everybody knows Rudy Gobert is a little bit overrated.
Cavs?
Do you have more to say about the
Everybody knows Rudy Gobert is overrated. That's not some sort of. That's not a.
What do you think about
the?
Do you think the Cavs will be top 6? You got them like top 3.
Cavs going to be top 3, top 4.
One bet?
Hell yeah. How many teams can match the offense that team can bring to you? You got 4. You got potentially 4 All-Stars in your starting lineup.
What bottle do you want to bet?
You got 4 All-Stars in your starting lineup.
I will bet a VSOP.
Okay, let's do it.
I will bet a
Let's do it. Do the Bucks want to smoke it? Do the Bucks want to see the Cavs next year? As dynamic as that offense is, and then you got somebody to counter.
The Bucks got
somebody to meet Giannis at the rim with Jared Allen on the weak side.
I ain't gonna say
that fucking face up, jab step, drop step ain't working as well with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley at the rim. And on the other side, you got Darius Garland coming down.
Hey, that is a scary matchup.
With Donovan Mitchell, that's very scary. When you can meet him at the rim,
but you said top 3
like that on offense,
and we know Bucks gonna be top 3. We know Bucks gonna be top 3. So I don't care.
I still trust the Bucks to get through that though.
The Bucks don't.
You want to know why though? Because who can guard Chris Middleton?
On the Okoro or LeVert?
Boy.
LeVert.
Bro.
LeVert.
Them Chris Middleton
do you know what Drew
not scaring nobody,
do you know what Drew Holiday is going to do to Donovan Mitchell?
He's not going to do that much.
What? Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
He's not going to do that much.
Man, that nigga shut
him down. Do you know what Darius Garland going to do to Drew Holiday? They're going to have Drew Holiday ass sliding around the goddamn court. I promise you that.
And he going to be...
I promise you that.
Shut them niggas up.
I promise you that. Darius Garland is probably the most shifty player in the league.
Bro, stop.
He's older. Everybody knows Drew Holiday's on the tail end of his career. Darius Garland is about to have his ass sliding around the motherfucking court. And he's not going to be fazed by that Drew Holiday's defense. This Cavs offense is going to be way too dynamic for the Bucks to see them. The Cavs offense is going to be way too dynamic. And they have bodies for the dudes you need to stop. You take the head off the horse. Who the fuck else is gonna be able to take them?
Chris Middleton, you fucking moron.
We're not losing sleep over no fucking Chris Middleton. I promise you that.
Who gonna guard Drew Holiday?
I promise you.
Who gonna guard Drew Holiday?
Darius Garland.
Bobby Buckets even can impact the floor.
He can hold his own.
Bobby Buckets will even impact the floor, bro. The Bucks are I'm not gonna say the matchup does not match well. They could possibly match up well.
That Cavs offense is on.
They have a great front court defensively.
You got 2 real threats on that Bucks offense. You got 4 on the Cavs. You got 4.
See, he was cooking Royce O'Neal though. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's Royce O'Neal. So go ahead and take back all them damn Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan in his highlight too.
That drastic exaggeration
Donovan
that you make on Donovan Mitchell, the
narrative
painting against Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Here we go.
The bullshit Patty says on Twitter.
Bye, Donovan. Get your ass the fuck off of me, Donovan.
You can stop this.
Any flex.
He was doing the same shit to D booking them boys. Jalen Brunson just him.
Look at Rudy playing good D
and getting his ass torched up.
Hey, that was a good shot. That was a great shot.
Now it's a good shot. Now it's always a good shot.
It wasn't good D. It wasn't good D. You're watching the same shit as me.
Rudy Gobert get a pass. He make good D, but you feel me? If Donovan Mitchell did
it, they got Eric Pascal on this man because they can't leave Donovan on him. I'm crying.
No, that was just probably an accidental switch.
Nah, it wasn't.
No, they can't leave Royce on that, man. That's why that shit.
They can't leave Donovan Mitchell
either, bro.
Why is Donovan's guarding him?
Because they know Donovan Mitchell can't guard him.
Can we go back to the
Donovan Mitchell ass on the floor?
We've been watching this shit for 10 minutes.
You seen that?
Y'all not even playing the game fair.
Playing the game.
Y'all not playing the game fair at all. We've been watching this shit for 30 minutes. We seen 1 minute of the fucking Zach LaVine shit, and this narrative y'all trying to push. Don't listen to none of this shit they saying.
Donovan Mitchell don't be trying on D.
Nah, hell no.
We know he don't try on D, but that's okay
because he's a bucket.
Donovan Mitchell's a fucking bucket. He don't have to try on D.
Top 3 shooting guard in the league, without a doubt. Been having the league on fire. Put the league. The Western Conference been getting fucking torched by Donovan Mitchell for 4 years now.
He 4 years and was
the Western Conference has not had an answer for Donovan Mitchell for quite some time now.
Yes, they have.
Rudy playing with Rudy Gobert.
Yes, they have.
Rudy Gobert's not doing that much, bro. What the fuck?
Wow.
What the fuck?
The Western
Rudy Gobert's
Conference
not doing that much.
The Western Conference hasn't had an answer for Donovan Mitchell.
For the last 4, they have not.
That's
Utah Jazz has been at the top of the conference for a very, very, very long time.
That is a quote.
And Donovan Mitchell is a very good reason as to why.
That might need that might need to be the fucking title. Donovan Mitchell.
The Western Conference has not had an answer for Donovan Mitchell. So I guess he only scored 20-something one time because I don't even see the other. I don't see nothing.
Just look at Grayson Allen 2022 playoff. 2022 playoff.
Man, he didn't do shit in 22 playoffs.
He had one game.
He did shit one game.
More than one
and
game.
He had 19.
27. That right there.
He had 19.
Just watched it, bro. That's
the 27 with 6 threes.
He had 27. And he had 19 of those 27 points. Not on Zach LaVine. So don't fucking do this. It wasn't 19. It was
like 16.
Bro, don't do this. We stopped at 16. We could have kept going. And it could have kept being more, bro. Stop.
Go to the 18 points.
Stop, bro. We get it. LaVine.
That's not in the postseason.
That's not the postseason.
Like, fuck,
you get it, because he only scored that shit one time.
Bro, he definitely had more than one good game, bro.
You're getting nasty, bro. You're getting nasty.
Y'all the ones that's nasty, bro, because y'all know getting torched by Grayson Allen is 1 billion times worse than getting torched by Jalen Brunson.
Y'all in the comments need to get on Joe's ass.
Get on them motherfuckers, because they got some weird bias towards Zach LaVine over Donovan Mitchell with no...
I just see and know Rudy Gobert is fucking impactful. I think that might actually be the playoff. Yeah,
it's the playoff.
Oh, we saw this. I think
it's the same thing.
No. It's game 3, I think. It's a lot of DeMar DeRozan.
Look at that shit.
A lot of DeMar DeRozan. This actually the game I think Zach had COVID.
Yeah, I knew you weren't there most of the time. He ain't there, bro, because Zach LaVine is fucking... He robbed the hell out the Bucks. Out the Bulls.
Zach on the court.
He had to get paid, bro. Same thing with Draymond. You gonna say the Warriors robbed Draymond?
Bro, we don't bring Draymond.
A lot of Kobe White.
Bro. We discussed his weak ass story.
A lot of Kobe White and DeMar DeRozan. I don't see too much Zach LaVine, though. Oh, no, Zach in the game.
There you go.
Get your ass
that ain't his man.
One shot.
Okay, yeah, when Gobert had that... Gobert played that defense. Oh, it's not that defense.
Just one shot of him. Oh my goodness.
Ooh,
what the fuck?
Shit. It was going crazy, bro.
What the
Grayson
fuck?
Allen be balling. I wish he was on Lakers. I'm not gonna lie.
Zach nowhere to be found.
We can use Grayson.
A lot of teams.
I mean, it's already a blowout, and he had this little fake knee injury.
Whatever, bro. It didn't look like it's too many highlights on Zach.
He had his little injury.
Zach ain't even nowhere on the court. What the fuck?
Did he punch?
He had his little injury issues, bro.
That nigga was having him a night.
What the fuck is going on?
That nigga was having him a night. I don't remember him doing that.
Zach nowhere in the frame. That's Tristan Thompson.
He's taking
the game already over at this point.
You the one that said go back to it. Go back to it.
You the one that said before she had those. But all right. So rounding out Cleveland Cavaliers, can everybody give like their win prediction?
48 for me.
Yeah, 40.
You just said they're gonna be a top 3 seed. They're gonna win 48.
They ain't winning 48.
I'm saying like, all right, minimum 48. I say minimum is 48, and then the ceiling is like 54.
That's fair.
55.
I say 48, 51. Keep it a little tighter. I say they can sneak 5, 6 seed, yeah. but I have them maybe at the 7, 8.
I have 48 to 52. I have 47 to 52.
Yeah.
47 to 52 wins.
Yeah, but I do think that whoever they see in the first round,
they could make it a very tough matchup. They could make it a
6-game series, but I don't think they'll fall. I don't think they'll make it out. Maybe next year, possibly, but this year I think they just want to get into the first. They just want to compete in that first round playoffs and make it not get gentlemen swept.
Fair.
It's that simple.
But we can leave it there.
What was your MB question?
How close are you to blaming actually Embiid for the Sixers' failures? I'm very close. I am extremely close.
I already blame him.
I am
Well, maybe like y'all said,
everybody been blaming everybody else. I think Embiid is a swindler.
I am a Ben Simmons strong advocate, and if it was up to me, the way Ben Simmons' career turned out, and he's not a part of the Sixers now, so it doesn't matter. But you get drafted. You get hurt, you come back, they drafted number 1, and they give him the keys, and the league is not 99 Tim Duncan style basketball where we're playing in and out, and you give it to a guy who was unhealthy, couldn't stop eating the damn McDonald's cheeseburgers, and his stomach viruses was kicking in and all types of shit, who couldn't show up. honestly, I think that Ben Simmons, I'm close. I'm pretty close there too. I wouldn't say it's all the way there, but I'm damn near close because I don't see it. I don't see the hype amongst the Sixers. I don't see the hype amongst the Sixers.
Close to saying the swindler is actually going to be.
He will win the MVP because all that crying shit that was going on.
I don't think he'll win MVP. Number one, I also
I should have won MVP last year.
Me and the homie had.
He should have.
Me and the homie had a conversation about this. I think he's closer to Patrick Ewing than he is to Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's spot on. I ain't gonna lie, that's spot on.
Closer to Patrick.
No, the fuck is not.
Man, Alonzo.
Patrick Ewing is not doing none of the shit Embiid did on the court.
Alonzo Mourning.
Yes, he did. Shoot a whole bunch.
Closer to Alonzo.
Nah, because Zoe was defensive player of the year.
Embiid can play D though.
He don't be doing enough to get
not no more. Yeah, not no more.
He played when he want to, not every down.
But when he in the first couple years though, he was a very great interior defender.
Now he'll block a shot once again.
Now he's on some like.
Now he'll block the shot out of bounds and it'll look great.
Now he on some like, give me the ball, let me fucking get to the free throw line type shit. Let me get to my spots.
But no, to me, I was actually at this game. To me, I think that it's in my personal opinion, it's a make or break year for
the Sixers.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah,
with Harden
and for him.
My thing is this, though. I have a question. As you said, he might have been that. Do you think it could have been the Tobias Harris re-signing? Because if they had Jimmy Butler right now, and honestly, they did. Kawhi Leonard did hit the craziest shot we've ever fucking seen in the league. I think in my life, the craziest shot that I ever fucking seen.
Nah, he hit a crazy shot, but same time, bro, every year is something.
Bro,
even in that series, it's not like what we remember about that series. Ain't Joel Embiid was balling?
No, he wasn't. He definitely wasn't.
Like it's always something with Embiid.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, pretty soon, right? But I don't want to say Patrick Ewing yet because I still think there's a chance that he can sneak the East.
We'll see.
The East is very talented, and that's why I said I said sneak because I don't see the Sixers being a favorable team to come out the East. I do see the Celtics possibly again. It could be a possible with the Brogdon signing. Mm-hmm. I definitely see the Nets with teams with Kevin Durant being on their team, and I can't. And the Bucks. It is what it is. But I don't think Embiid is generational talent. I don't think he's generational talent.
Stop. Hold on. You said Joel Embiid is not a generational talent.
I don't think Joel Embiid is generational talent.
So you can go out there and do what he did last year. You see what he did last year with 29 points, 10 rebounds.
I think the NBA refs will come to an understanding about Joel Embiid real soon.
How many players
that they done with Shaq, and that they do with every other.
How many players can do what Joel Embiid has done over the past?
Joel Embiid
over the last generation. Who can do? Bro. Exactly, that's fire. He has the ability to draw those fouls. A lot of players don't have that. They don't possess that skill set. That's a skill, bro. James Harden can't draw fouls like how he used to. That's why he's not as good as he used to be.
And B will have it for a while.
How many fouls did James? How many free throws did James Harden shoot last year?
That's a great question.
Bro, saying no, you're not gonna get away with this Joel Embiid. He's most definitely a generational talent.
I think we're getting to the point where
DeMarcus Cousins tier.
I think we're getting to the point where
he's had way too much playoff success and way too much regular season
success. DeMarcus Cousins was on the fucking Kings, bro.
Harden took 8 free throws a game last year.
DeMarcus Cousins was on the fucking Kings.
I think we're getting to the. We can leave it after this, but I think we're getting to the point with Joel Embiid where the name Joel Embiid is bigger than the production Joel Embiid actually gives you on the court.
I just said that basically.
Even though he arguably was the MVP last season.
He was not the MVP.
He was Giannis should have been MVP.
Arguably was the MVP.
No,
if Joel Embiid wasn't first, he obviously had to be at least second. Word. Did he not finish top 3 in the ranking?
Yes, but
Jokic was definitively MVP.
Jokic was not definitively 6. With that 16 team, hell no.
Shot 56%.
Not with that. Not with that shit.
Did you know that Jokic only finished 3 games behind Joel Embiid and Giannis without Jamal Murray?
Okay, that's this.
Okay,
it's 19 point per game score. It's still 3 games. He still had a solid roster. He still had Monte Morris. He still had Jamal. He still had pieces. He still had pieces. He still had Aaron Gordon. He still had pieces. No, hell no. You don't watch the Nuggets. You don't watch the Nuggets. They still had solid. Will Barton. Will Barton's one of the better players in the league. Will Barton. They know. They had hella solid. They had pieces. They just didn't have big time names. They didn't have big time names. They still had really good players. They still had really really good coaching, and they still had a really good system. They still had winning basketball. It's still down there.
Wait, you said Will Barton's one of the who?
He's just a solid underrated player.
That's not what you said.
He's been one of the
Will Barton, Monty Morris, Aaron Gordon.
You said Will Barton been one of the better players in the NBA over the last couple years.
I did not say that's not what I said.
Yes, you did.
No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Anybody can run this tape back. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. What I'm saying is they have really just they don't have big names, but they have really good basketball players. They have really good basketball players down there in Denver. Just because you don't follow the Nuggets as closely as I do, don't mean you can run around saying they had a bunch of bums outside of Jokic. Don't run around saying that.
I didn't say bums.
They definitely wasn't bums. Huh?
The way you speaking on Donovan Mitchell and his 50 point per games in the fucking bubble.
Yeah, that shit was hard. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
They didn't have
name another player in the bubble who averaged 50.
He didn't have
name another player in the bubble who did that. Why didn't everybody in the bubble average 50 then? If it was such a bubble thing, how come everybody in the bubble didn't average 50?
Bro.
Huh? Can you explain that to me? Why did Paul George average 8 to 12 points in the bubble?
Some wizardry did happen in the bubble though. So
why did Paul George average 8 points in the bubble?
You know I like.
Why did he average 52? Why did all this shit? Why did Russell Westbrook fucking shit the bed in the bubble? Why did the fucking Milwaukee Bucks got swept? Everybody's favorite team.
They lost one game.
Got swept in the bubble. Wouldn't they have played better if the bubble make everybody better, right? The bubble gives everybody attribute boost. How come everybody didn't get it then? Why didn't
they literally lost one game with no time on the clock?
You talking about the Bucks?
Yeah, they lost one.
They lost 4 games in a row.
I know, but they lost one of those games with no time on the clock, bro.
What does that mean?
That means Jason Tatum made that crazy ass tip.
No. It was Bucks versus Heat.
Who was that made that tip?
It was Bucks versus Heat.
Bro, remember
they got fucking swept.
Who cut that lob?
They didn't play against them though. What are you talking about?
In a fucking bubble.
The Bucks Heat. The Bucks Heat. The Bucks your favorite Bucks. Because Giannis the God got fucking swept. Y'all just swept that under the rug.
Yeah. But also one of the games. Remember when Jimmy went up for the shot and then time expired and they called a foul? It's like they literally lost one game with no time on the clock. But it's been a great episode. Let's leave it there. It's been energetic. This guy is over there mad off the Crown Royal.
You niggas are crazy.
Donovan Mitchell nonsense.
Nah, y'all off that nonsense. The fucking Zach LaVine nonsense. Joel Embiid nonsense.
Get your plug and let
all
me
that
know
nonsense y'all saying.
Everything at Sugarnomics _ on Twitter. Shout out Hoops and Brews. I always love coming on. Great environment, great vibes. Love cooking Joe. Love cooking Pappy.
You have never cooked me, bro.
Pappy, for some reason, me and Pappy get kind of swing the same way. He was a big Warriors anti guy. I'm a big Warriors anti guy back in my prime.
Y'all just mad because y'all.
We kind of swing the same way.
Steph Curry stole LeBron rings,
but
ruined LeBron
eventually
legacy.
it will come a time when Pappy said some nonsense like Jaden Ivey and Kay Cunningham.
Steph Curry ruined LeBron legacy, and we happy about that. He ruined that man. They 4 rings.
Sugarnomics. Shout out Hoops and Brews. Love the opportunity to come on. Appreciate the guys.
Yo, get your plug in. let the people know where they can find you and your Crown Royal.
Chill with me in my crown. That shit hard. I'm about to bring something. But no, the Crown Royal was solid. It was not as bad. I tasted. I didn't have no problem taking my socks.
It's not that it's not solid, bro. It's that you showed up as a 25?
Yeah.
You showed up as a 25-year-old man to somebody's house with Crown Royal. I haven't seen anybody show up to anybody. What did you think when he was buying this?
Hey, he didn't have no comment, but I was like,
I didn't have no comment.
I seen this. He was $35. I'm like, I want some dark liquor. No, I'm not doing it back-to-back nights. They didn't have Deuce.
Could have just picked like.
They didn't have Deuce.
Listen, shout out you for bringing alcohol. Love my brother. But when you walked in, I was like, "Is that fucking Crown Royal, bro?"
It was $35, and the bottle looked cool. And I'm not some alcohol connoisseur, so I don't know all the tiers.
You ain't never seen no uncle.
I'm a tequila connoisseur. I know what to get into coming to tequila.
None of your uncles with Crown Royal.
I mean, Apple Crown not bad.
Kinda.
Exactly.
We can't speak bad on Apple or Peach.
I'm not G. If you drink a Crown Royal apple, you need to be arrested. You need to be detained.
Gee, I have no regrets of my Crown Royal.
But Joe, get your plug in.
What's good, Joe? Yeah, fun episode. Always cooking around. You feel me? This since forever. But yeah, give me your Instagram, Joel R Wilson, Joel R Wilson. On the Twitter at the Joes, Soups and Brews. Thank y'all, man. We just watched the Rams get their feet whooped. What's good, Pappy?
As always, man, follow me on Twitter at Pappy for a baby about word all one word, man. Got new music coming for y'all soon. Also, I got 2 shows in the LA area next month. I'll be back with details. So if you in LA, look out for that pull up. And yeah, man, shout out to all y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, it's been Hoops and Brews.